I don't know. I was trying to schedule a stream. No, I redid the YouTube thing, but it didn't hook onto the scheduled stream. It just hooked onto a different stream. Now we're live? Bruh, okay, whatever.
Let's get it.
We'll just go with it. We'll just go with it.
Alright. So the early risers, they got to come in here, get their free sky stones, basically.
Well, we got one set of free sky stones to give. Hold up. Alright, you wanna cook my Guild Wars? Are we safe, Law, or is Derp gonna flame me?
I'm worried, man. Derp's out for blood. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, there we go. Okay. I survived all 10 minutes of the balance patch review. I'm glad you like it. Let's see. What did Giovanni do here? You know the worst thing about streaming on camera is I can't pick my nose anytime I want now. It's so lame. It's so lame, dude. It fucking sucks here. I would like to pick my nose, but I just got to do that awkward rubbing thing, and you just like hope your knuckle digs in deep enough, and you're like, all right, it's no longer itches.
Yeah, you can do a slight. You can do a slight thing where you.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta like really just looks like you're scratching it with your thumb, but you're fucking trying to like dig in there. Yeah, bro. If you're a VTuber, you ain't gotta never worry about that shit. You literally be up in there digging for gold. Like nobody can say shit. That's the coolest part about being a VTuber. Okay, it's the thing. Okay, it's the thing.
Oh, don't look at that. Yo, don't. Why you gotta hover over my shit? Oh man.
Wait, what happened? Oh, I see. Okay, Amiki, that thing. Wait, no, that's yours. Okay, Amiki, Celine, Genua. I thought if I copy Bendor, we're just chilling, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, let's copy Bendor. Vivian FCC DN. Vivian FCC DN. Alright, we should be good.
There's no averting Derp's eyes. Like, he probably saw that attack. He probably goes back to that attack like 3 times already.
You can run Poly Genua Arunca if you put Genua on symbol. Avert your eyes, Derp.
Oh man.
Bro, I don't know if I want to like be swapping gears when we're trying to run an event. What do we say it was? Celine and Amiki. Yeah, you know what? That sounds fine. Look. Copying other people's homework has never led me astray. Last time I copied Laser Shark and we Giga 6-0'd. For not wanting to swap one artifact. I like to point out we got an event to run today, you know, we got places to be. So it's like, it's fine, La. Okay. Wow, she's going in. Good excuse. Pretty good, right? It's not. Unlucky. Oh well, you know, we tried. Yeah, why is this bitch so tanky? What the fuck? The fuck is going on?
Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, bro, wasn't she top fucking speed? That's kind of odd. What the fuck?
You can easily just build like the bulky variant. 315.
Oh, hold up. Wait, this is pretty good. My FCC caught the D-break. Oh, let's send that bitch back. Your DN outsped. Oh, you're right. I completely forgot I did. XD. All right. This should be good enough.
Wow.
What's up, Death Pod? All right, we got the elite. Wow, that's so tanky. That's crazy. Yeah, we gonna be here for a minute. Jesus.
Yep.
Is it my DN again? Social Link. Yo, thank you for the 15 month. Welcome back, man. Appreciate it. Ahoy. All right.
Oh, Social just came back to the game.
Oh, he just came back.
Dude.
I see.
Yeah.
How you been enjoying Tank meta. Welcome back to tank meta. Don't we love tank metas? We love tank metas. We be doing a little bit of gaming out here.
Social
Yeah,
link is
I
like
just gotta do this. If I
caught
don't do this, we might be out. I think by the time we're out of the event, I might just be. What time would it be? I mean, we'd be in it for like 3.5 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
3.5 hours. Yeah, I think like the guild will be done by then. Oh, okay. We can just do the thing. Nice. My mental recharge, not my account, but my account is even more behind. It'd be like that.
No, but the thing with Social Link is every other day, if you're in Mori Discord, you'll see him just worry about his China score. It's so funny, dude.
No, there's definitely that's a classification of players.
Yes,
where
yes.
you know, the pride and achievement part of the game isn't their China score. I understand. Dude, there's no way Win just called them morons, man. That's crazy. Nah, bro.
It's a term they call themselves, actually. It's an endearing TEXT term they invented for themselves. Now that they're doing pretty well.
That's their nickname.
I
That's
identify as an
crazy.
ex-moron. Yeah.
Chains of other things to follow. Okay.
AB started it.
What the fuck happened? Is that my Genua? Goodbye,
shit.
Genua.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was one of those things where you kind of need the context. Oh, goodbye, Genua. I mean, it's fine. We'll just kill her here. I'm having more fun with the game than in years. I mean, that's kind of what the game is for, right? You're supposed to have fun with it. Also, why is my chat? Oh, yeah. Because yesterday we put in the other corner. Let me move it back over. Should be fine. Give it like 4 lines. Yeah. Ahoy, Centauri. Alright, let's run this shit. So we got that. Genua's gone. Alright, Bend. I'm relying on you, buddy. I don't know if I'm relying on that one. That one be looking a little sussy, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Actually, no. It's fine. Is it fucking Commander Pavel? Like, what if I just bring my own BBK? Do I not bring my own BBK here? Wait.
I feel like you can just...
Wait. Yeah, okay, looks fine. Yeah, look, Bendor's never let me astray in my life. So it's like maximum safe law. It's maximum safe law. Alright, let's do this. I can bring Cavill. Just put in a Miki Haste and a Runka or something. You know what, fuck it. You know what? That sounds better. Where's the Amiki? Did I say a Miki? I mean a Runka. Holy shit, man. I'm so fucking out of it. I think it's just because of due to the nature of it being Guild Wars, I'm like automatically not checked into this. My brain's checked out. Don't need re-gear. I hope not. We are so cooked if it does.
But yo, check your DMs after.
Yeah, I can check right now. I realize with the cam up, I have to check on my phone.
Oh. Yeah.
I think we have... Maybe we don't do the draft mode segment, so we have more Sky Stones to give today. What you think?
We could decide between...
Let's do this. Just kill his ass.
Okay. We can either give it to the challengers or give it to the
But like, I kind of want to spread it out for Chad. If we kept more of it, we would just be giving him to the challengers, right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's a little awkward. But I think it's fine. Whee! That was like an ER BBK, huh? So what happened? Oh my god, the Bellion stripped my defense buff. Hey, wait a minute. That's not okay. Okay, yeah, he resists. It's fine. Arunka does Arunka things. Yeah, it's like not awkward at all. It's fine. Alright, that's the second one. Jesus. Alright, we gotta find out a way to do that.
Yeah.
Cause I was planning on running a draft mode King of the Hill thing while we wait for people to show up. But if I'm gonna be doing Guild War, I'm fucking stuck here doing Guild War. Shit, G. Let's think of some, like... Let's think of some fun trivia involving a certain other video game that we could be referencing. Also, I think I should just heal here and then S3. I realized if I was gonna proc this, I kind of needed to S3 on DN. Slight problem. Oh. Okay, cool. I skip a turn. I'm soul burning here. You're probably right for that. You have FCC. I'm not trusting my Vivian's bulk. Let me just say that much. I am not trusting my Vivian's bulk.
Oh man, yeah, I see 7K, dude.
Yeah, this is a Destro Torrent Vivian that I use for Sea Phantom aggro. I'm good, bro. It's not happening. Just getting ignored the entire fight. Not without the end propping up the Penres. Otherwise, she's getting one shit or ditter by this Barunka, man. I'm not trusting it without the NS3. Ooh. All right. I think we're good. You're denting right now? Really? Really? That S3 just did 2k? Yeah, but if we didn't have the NS3, there's a chance like Vivian should just get one shitter dittered. Am I actually crazy for thinking that? Like, I think FCC or not, a 7k stage Vivian's not surviving like a Biden blast. Oh shit, bro. You know it's bad when player G is telling me yes. That's crazy. Bro, not player G, man. Player G's supposed to back me up on this.
Player G just complains about Monk RNG, but... every time player G comes in my chat, he's got some new complaint.
We're just here to shit on Monk RNG. Okay, let's see. What about this one? All right, Tiny. Okay, these seem so slow. What's like one I can do that's fast? How about X Black Hero? How do we do this? 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Oh, base name.
That looks good. That looks good. Miki Janua BBK. Yeah, you know what? That looks perfect. Does it? Does it look good? You think anybody could do this team? This probably works. Your Genua died. Oh shit. You're right. That's a problem. Also, Rug. Nah,
yeah,
dude.
I opened that.
Rug really pulls up with this.
That. He really exposed me.
I got it, La.
Oh,
No. Oh. No, now I feel like I don't got it, La. 1, 2,
Just don't listen
3.
to my advice. You got it.
Okay, bet. What do I do then? Well, it's Renek, right? So I'm thinking Ray and Bellion. Do the tower below it. It's pretty fast. Okay, down. Oh, Rikazo. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. It's just a young Senya team with a tank. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we could do that. And then this is... Okay. Wait, my Janua's dead, but that shouldn't be too bad. Huh. My Janua is dead. You think I can just go Briar Witch, Frida, BBK this? FCC Gala DDR. Okay, hold on. Let me put the bottom team in, because it sounds kind of good, right? Oh, wait, no, my Frida's gonna get one-shotted. My Frida's gonna get giga one-shotted, I just realized. Yeah, Frida's not surviving this thing. Just go. Damn. Maybe, yeah, I'm sitting here like, nope, you're him? Wait, you're right, because I don't actually need it. Like, the Frida's just here to apply the Rise Pass, and then my BBK is getting maximum damage. You're right, let's fucking send it. I'm so down. This is for
Sometimes
earlier.
You gotta give
S3.
a sacrifice to the CC.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay, that is crazy. I would have needed S3 anyway, no? Or is that just raw damage? That's 42k 3F. Put Frida on team. Okay, down. Alright, let's see. What else we got? What's the other team you said? I think FCC DDR? No, that's the other one, right? So after 3F proc plus Biden hand? Really? That's kind of crazy. Ignore the other team, just run this. Is this... No, it's like 2 lives, isn't it? Am I crazy? I need a 2-0 here. Unless this is like, this is runnable. Yeah, top team. Top is young. Okay. I thought you said like it looks bad, so I thought you meant for top team. But yeah, no, that should be fine then. Bro, I'm really a Guild War player of all fucking time. All right, that looks good. All right, send it. You hit me after for content? No, I was told not to do that one because you would take too long. We have we have a day to get through, man. We have a day to get through. This is my last attack.
But also, I was thinking, like, if we do guess the other franchise series, because we didn't prepare for this franchise, what if Smilegate gets, like, you know, a bit antsy about incorporating
what
other...
do you mean? All right, am I killing the big titty lady here first, or the white big titty lady? Just press everything. Okay. Kill Harsetti first, then Bubika. Got it. I kill Harsetti first. Alright. Right? That's what you mean when you say just press everything? I'm assuming I have a license to be stupid. Why does it look like my Karma's dying? Pause. Holy shit!
Oh shit.
Holy shit, dude! This is not real. Okay. Let's kill the Harsetti first. Not even close, lie. You guys are fucking goats. That's why I don't run base speed Carbon. You got it, buddy. Thanks. Oh, okay. Good provoke. Insane provoke. Absolutely nutter. Alright, and then BBK next. We're gonna have a problem when she gets a kill off of me, ain't she? I mean 50-50, right? I just bring the provoke again. Shit. It's fine here. Yeah, we just get another no bullying. Got him. Alright, perfect. Maximum safe law. Hit this. Kill that. Okay, GG's. Wow. 6-0. No 5-1s today. Bat chest. Dude, you have no idea the other day, Ace. I was doing this like as the sun was coming up, and I'm in bed, right? and I'm just like super fucking tired. I just copied everyone else's team, and I took Spirit Eye Celine Christie into the Archdemon. I'm like, it worked for everybody else. I'm sure I don't need an ER Celine for this. You know what fucking what the fuck? You know what fucking happened?
It's like
I got crowned, cycled out of it, got crowned, got the Abigail cleanse, and I got crowned again.
oh no, dude.
I was like, fuck this shit, man. I was like, fuck this shit. And then I was like, how did I go 6-0 versus Palladia, and then like I'm back to going 5-1. Also, I really need to kill this Renak, or else we might be in the land. Good enough.
Yeah, I think it's the worst habit ever. And I do this too, where you just wake up, go do Guild War.
Especially like when you're about to go to sleep or when you're about to wake up, you have like you're looking at it as an RTA player. You're like, this looks fine, but it was everything but fine.
Yeah, you're just accepting the RNG stuff, and you're like, yeah, I want draft.
You're like, I want draft.
I want draft. What can you do?
You're like, I want draft, and then like everything goes wrong, and you're just like, this fucking
what
sucks.
can you do? Yeah.
AT is a Guild War terrorist. I mean, even back when AT was in Mori, I remember Abduct used to come in here every day when AT used to hang out. Abduct was like, you gotta let that boy know he's on thin ice.
Yeah.
And Abduct was like, he's on thin ice, and for the longest time we called him Thin Ice Trainer. I remember this so clearly. That was his first nickname when he joined Veritas too. We're like, bro, you're on thin ice, man. Be careful.
Shit, dude. I was in the trial phase. Yeah.
What do? Alright, cool. We got that going on. Nice.
But yeah, I was thinking, right, we can't just do trivia of another franchise, because Smilegate might look at this video and think, should we really be rewarding Skystones for, another IP, that sort of thing.
Okay. How about this?
Yeah. I think we just do like one or two draft.
You know how they have the amulet coin item? I don't want to go in too much, right? Let me know if you agree or disagree. If they pull the walkie-talkie item and they get somebody coaching them, right? They got the old Marguerite in their ear. Wait, actually, I need to do this right now. I need to do this. Jello, I need you to rename that thing into the old Marguerite treatment. Wait. Hold on, guys. I'm cooking.
Or call it like Young Senya's walkie-talkie.
Jello, I need you to replace the coaching item icon with a pic of Marguerite. Hashtag justice for poopist.
Real shit, dude. Real shit.
I'm cooking! I'm the best damn chef there is! Oh, I'm the best damn chef there is. Wait, your first team almost farmed me, not gonna lie. Oh, is it my tank? Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, I just listened to Derp, and Derp's like, just throw all the nasty units together in one. I was like, okay. Shit, okay, hold on. I gotta hide the webcam for a second so I can check my Discord DMs on my PC. I'm getting like 6 DMs right now.
Oh, okay.
Don't even bother cleaning it up. I want it to look gross and nasty. I'm just gonna send him one of my old YouTube thumbnails. I hope it worked. I hope it just like combined the listings. If it didn't combine the listings, it's gonna be really weird. Marguerite. Just keep it low poly. Or do we have this image? Are you winning, son? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when he's in his room with a body pillow and his mom peeks in? If anybody have that image, we'll use that one. Yeah, let's do that. So if somebody coaches them, they can make some sky stones.
Yup.
Oh god, I'm having a hard time. I'm like, I can't pick my nose. I don't know why. Cause I have a lot of mucus, right? I've been having pretty bad allergies, so my nose has been pretty runny. And I've been having a lot of boogers to pick. I won't lie, man. Like, it's so hard. I'm like, it's such a good time to be a VTuber. I can pick my nose. Honestly, number one reason to be a VTuber, pick your nose whenever the fuck you want.
I just always had that habit when I was a kid, dude. Not gonna lie.
Same. That's why I have a big. That my dad was like, you fucked up your face. You picked your nose too much, and now you have a big nose.
Oh man,
unlucky, man.
Forget the genetics and everything. You know, it's.
I fucked it up by picking my nose a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Classic Chinese dad, dude.
Wait, Nodders. Okay. No. Like the one where for Marguerite specifically. But if you don't have it, it's fine. Okay, let's see.
The man's resume.
I gotta pull out the website. I just gotta set stuff up now. Everything should be good.
Yeah, hopefully that person joins the VC soon.
Who are our players in order? You got the room, right? Would you like to set up the room?
Yeah, I set it up. I invited you.
Do you remember what everybody wanted for their profile, for their background?
Oh crap! I gotta leave the room, bro.
Yeah, just leave it, join back. I got you. Maximum safe law.
Oh wait, but should I reveal mine?
Just make sure you send the password in the DMs, or in that group chat, so the boys would know.
Oh, true.
Just leave and then come back. Yeah. Joe got the right one. Okay, got it. Wait. I need to hide the camera so I'm not the Leakerino guy.
But it's probably safe to tell everyone the players now, right?
You could tell tell the first player. I would DM them the password like in sequence of them joining.
Gotcha.
Your Discord is showing Toss Discord instead of ATCam. Oh god, I gotta fix this. I bumped my elbow on my desk.
Shit.
Fuck! Why do I keep hurting myself on my fucking setup, man? This is the worst. Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
Okay, got it. I think we're good. Cool. Let me stretch it out. Got that. I got my tea. Okay, cool. How's the players looking? The players are here. We got what? Let me just double check our roster. Is the first player here?
Let me check too.
Yeah, make sure you DM every player. Make sure you know they're here.
No, I'm trying to type their exact in-game name.
I got Varigan here already. Is he supposed to go first?
Yeah. Varric is our first challenger.
Okay, cool. Here, let's do this. Your cam is back up. Let me put it up. I'm gonna go take a piss, and then when I come back, we can get things going, right? Are all our players roughly like champion rank? Roughly,
yeah,
right?
I would say Vari is even higher than that, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back then.
I'm low-key scared of this guy. Might be fighting him soon, chat. But I'll tell you guys this. When I am one of the bosses, I won't be commentating, right? I will only commentate when I'm out of the challenge, you know? Then I'll be... If you can think of me like Brock from that other franchise. Pretty good guy, right? Pretty good guy, but easy first gym leader. And then afterwards, what? He just becomes like a tournament commentator, just hyping up the MC, you know? It's like that. Am I the champ? No, I am not the champ. Yo, Very G, thank you for the 17 months in a row. Holy.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. Are we waiting for all the Elite Four to pull up, or?
They should be fine. No. They pull up one at a time as they're playing, so, you know, at least for the first round, so people have to be on their toes a little bit, right? Before they play the first time, they don't know, right?
They don't know. All right,
yeah,
so
they don't know.
When I'm the Gauntlet boss, I'll just mute myself, you know. So
you'll mute. Yeah, you can go mute yourself.
Yeah.
I'll like summon Divine for like a quick cast or something. We'll see. That sound good? All right.
Sure.
I'm gonna hit the recording. Yeah. Okay. So if it's your turn, okay. Varric's already in AFK. Okay. Cool. Got it. Let me do one more thing. I need to make sure I have the format pinned in chat for everybody else who's showing up late in both chats. So this is the introduction to the format that we're playing. All right. Think we're ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait. I gotta do one more thing. Sorry. I'm like, man.
All good.
Yeah, I gotta do the stream note setup. That way, okay, I'll set it up for stream so you guys always have a bar on the bottom that shows like how many challengers are left, what it is. I hope he has a lot of mental time to prepare.
I'll pin it, no? This one. Format intro.
All right, Varric's the first one. He's ready. All right, welcome everybody to AceTrainer's Elite Four Gauntlet. I'm your host for today, Valky, and we've been cooking this for a while, haven't we, man? We've been cooking this for like a month. Got approval for this. We had to get regulation, code approved in the city, and finally we are here today. We got the Elite Four coming up, and 3 very special challengers. Now, if you have not seen the format and what we are doing today, each challenger will be going through a gauntlet of bosses, namely the Elite Four. Definitely not a specific reference to any other property, you know, just the Elite Four. And
we are very faithful to Smilegate. Yes.
All right, yep. And, you know, the Elite Four. So the challengers have to go through all 4 bosses, and their rewards will double. It starts at 100 Sky Stones, then 200, 400, 800, and when they clear the last one, 1,600 Sky Stones. At that point, they can either choose to cash out their 1,600 Sky Stones or fight the champion for 3,200 Sky Stones. There'll be a lot of things in between. As you guys know, Elite Four, they're only allowed to use one element, but these are really damn good players. And some of them, I would even call specialists in their respective roles. You do not know who these Elite Fours are, so you're gonna have to figure it out and strategize against them as you're going. The only hint you have is the arena you will be fighting in as we progress. So first up, we have our challenger, Varric. How you doing, Varric? You feeling all right today? We're ready to get things on the road?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect, man. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Now, you know how the format's gonna go. You watch the introduction video, so I do have one little bit of a question for you. Given this current state of the arena, what do you think the element of the first boss is?
Well, seeing the ice in the background, I gotta go with it's gotta be ice, gotta be water.
Okay, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. I trust you. It sounds like you're ready for this. So here's what's gonna happen. When we are gonna get going, I will move you up to a channel by yourself. Actually, we're gonna roll your items first. After that, we're gonna put you in a channel by yourself. And unless you use a item that somehow summons a coach, you will be the only one in that channel. And then in between each round, you're gonna be flying in here for a little quick interview, and then we're putting you back. That sound cool?
All right, sounds perfect.
Okay, awesome. Let me know if you're seeing my entire stream.
And we also got to shout out Jello for designing this like really sleek interface for us to roll the items. Like we thought when me and Valky were planning this, we really did think about like how these items can make challenge interesting for the boss and also for the player. Like it's not too intrusive on the boss and also a huge advantage for the player. So we'll see what
it took a lot of
rolls.
cooking. It took a serious amount of cooking. I'm also trying to find the link, and I'm just like, I lost the link. Whoops. I ain't gonna lie to you boys. I lost the link. From Jello has link. How did I lose the link? That was from Jello has link. I cannot believe I lost the link. All right, I got it. Cool. All right, you see. Let me know if you see the stream at my screen, Verg.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Are you familiar with this format?
Yeah, I watched the video.
Okay, cool. So you're not gonna know what some of these items do. So when you get them, I will be introducing them to you. And just to make one thing clear, there's not that many items. And if you roll the same thing twice, unless you want to keep it, you get the option of keeping 2 copies of the item, or you can roll again. That sound cool to you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Your Epic 7 screen's hiding it.
Oh shit. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Make sure you keep me in check for that. Okay, perfect. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with you get a starter kit of 3 items. Okay, wait. Jello says to wait. Are you loading something in, Jello? Wait, I'm waiting. I'm not moving.
Dropping in Marguerite's face as we speak. It's not live, bro.
I see. It's not live, bro. I'm sorry. You know what we should have done?
We are not winning, son.
We should have probably asked Rug to cook up a couple more of these items.
Yes.
That's who we miss. We should have asked Rug to vet some of these items. It's not live, bro. Okay, all good. So yeah. By the way, before we start, while Jello is live updating the website and the rolling tool, do you have any questions regarding the format, how things will go, anything like that?
No, I think it seemed relatively clear.
Okay, perfect.
And you see the wheel of items here. And I'm curious, Varric, if there's any that you are like really eyeing up or thinking, okay, I might know what the effects of this are, and I really want to get that item.
Well, I'm interested in the Pokedex.
Oh, no, that's not a... You can't say that, bro. That's a Pokedex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad.
These are all other property neutral. Those are Pokedex and Poke Flute, okay? They're not like, anything that has to do with anything else, you know? They're uniquely Epic 7 items. Just like the concept of Elite 4. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first time I'm hearing everything about this.
Exactly. Yeah, we got our Pokedex and we got our Poke Flute. Yeah, they're Epic Flute and Epic Dex. Yep. you got it. See, Derp gets Derp is with the program. All right. I'm just hitting reload on the page and I'm just hoping to see a familiar face. You know what I mean? Epic coin. But yeah, we got a couple of items prepped for you. If you're around for the last event, you know, like you had like 5. So this time we're tossing a bit more at you. You're gonna have a bit more utility, but you might not get a chance to try everything.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, Jello, dude, how long would it take you? Like, do you think we should just, like, go ahead with it and it'll be ready for next round, or what's the vibe?
I'm imagining Jello with, like, 3 monitors, 2 keyboards. He can't even respond to your question because he's typing up code as we're talking. Okay, 3 minutes?
Give me, like, 3 minutes. Okay. Do we want to do this round first? We'll have it ready for next round. That sound good, Bear? You down for that?
Yeah, I'm totally down.
All right, let's do this. So you get 3 items. Unfortunately, like it's like Jello's like personal website, so I think only like I have access. So just let me know when to roll. You know, like if you have any rituals you want me to do.
Nah, let's just send it.
All right, let's send it. All right, what do we get? So your first item will be Bright Powder. Bright Powder is the boss does not have their third pick ban protected. But they still have to respect your third pick. Now, every single one of these items, unless otherwise stated, you have to use before the draft begins. And I'll pull you in here to make sure, you know, if you want to declare an item usage or anything like that. So I'll put down bright powder. Okay, that's your first one. I don't know if you want to, if you'll, like, remember that, or if you... Ace, can you send him a DM with a copy of the item description as he hits each item? I can't do anything on Discord right now. Yeah, so Ace will DM you what items you have and what they do. I'll leave it to you to keep track of how many of each charge you have left. I'll also be doing the same thing, similar thing on my screen here.
All right.
And for chat to know what's up, I will also
refresh it. Okay, got it. We got bright. Oh, I see. Okay, so he also gives you the approximate rarity, and it's like you'll have to find out based on your color. God damn, bro. Shout outs to Jello. Jello really is the fucking GOAT. Don't count that roll. I think it's fine, right? It's fine. It's fine. Just let him have a bright powder, bro. It's fine. No,
it's okay. So let's re-roll.
Let's re-roll it. Okay, I'm down. Yeah.
Classic gotcha player.
It's fine.
Re-roll
Classic
time.
gotcha players. We never mind. We
can always hit better.
All right, we can always hit better. Let's see it.
Oh shit.
All right. Wait.
What are we doing?
Why is every item description? Are we going by the top or the bottom, Jello? What are we doing? What are we doing? Do we go by the top or the bottom, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god.
You rushed his genius, dude.
He says I broke it, but it's the bottom. Okay, so walkie-talkie. All right, so your first item is a walkie-talkie, which is you can call a coach. Anyone from chat or DMs you can find. That sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right, so whenever you decide to call a coach, let me know. I'll just drag him into the same call you are. All right, cool. Right. That's your first item. All right, second item. We're going by everything on the bottom side, by the way.
All right,
let's go.
Let it rip.
We're ripping the second one. Are we going by the top or bottom, bro? An amulet coin is not the same thing as a revive. Are we going by the bottom? Oh no, we really got the word. We need to get a wording from the judge on this. It's bottom. It's always bottom. Okay, so their second item's a revive. I'm sorry about the fake out up top. These rates are definitely
adds more mystery.
So your second item is a revive. So as you know, the format is like a Nuzlocke. I don't know what a Nuzlocke is, but you can apply your own knowledge to that. So if you have a unit that dies, you can no longer use it for the rest of the challenge. But if you have a revive item, you can bring it back, but you have to take off a piece of gear or artifact. Maybe there's an item later on that you could get that makes it so you don't have to take off a piece of gear or artifact, you know?
I wonder what that one could be called.
It's a real mystery to me as well, but you know, for the starter kit, you do get one more, so let's spin it.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin it a third time. What do we get? And you do get a second revive, so hitting it twice in a row, I can either give you a second charge for revive, or you can spin it again for something else. I also feel like I know what you're gonna say here.
Oh, we gotta spin it. We gotta see some more items.
We gotta see some more items. All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Very G.
Very G. Bro. Yo, okay, we're spinning it again. We're spinning until it's not a revive, I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's go. You already know.
Damn, this is like hitting 3 copies of Enot twice in a row. That's crazy. Yo! Yo, Jello, what are these rates, bro? Refresh it again, it should be updated. Okay. We'll roll it again.
I'm about to...
Bro, these fast food medicine. Okay, you got someone's PC. The challenger may leave the lobby for 3 minutes to change their builds, gear, and artifacts. That sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have those things available to you. Now. Okay, cool. So, now that you have your item, I'm going to unveil the first of the Elite Four that you are going to be challenging. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're first challenging the Elite Four Ace Trainer. Now, before it begins, would you like to perhaps utilize your walkie-talkie or someone's PC?
Nah, I'm ready.
Ready,
Fuck
La?
it.
Okay, well, you're ready. Well, you know, you did. Okay, I'm a move. I actually can't move Ace Trainer out of here. I'm gonna server deafen him so he doesn't hear your answer. But, you know, do you have any strategy prepared? Knowing it's Ace Trainer, I don't know if you see his rep unit, but, you also know he's an ice type. Do you have anything planned? You got any nasty little surprises for him?
Well, seeing it's SSB, Young Senya should be a pretty good pick considering he's forced to AoE.
Man with the plan. All right, I'm gonna move you into your own chat and we'll see it. All right, actually, Ace, do you want me to server deafen you until you're done or mute you? You're back.
I'm okay. I look forward to fighting him. Let's do it.
Perfect. I'll hit you with that real quick. So now that he's in his challenge, he's ready for it. He's muted himself. And he's ready up as well. So let's get on with the first challenge of the day. Also, shout outs to Jello for wait, that's me. Wait, that's me. Sorry. What the fuck am I doing? Stop laughing. Why is Ace laughing? God damn it, man. I saw the profile card. I'm like, wait, that looks off. That's me. Shit, G. My bad. Just ban it and then we'll get things going. Okay? Ban it and then we get things going. God damn it, man. He's got to read my hands. All right. We'll put very. I'm not gonna lie. I got confused because we're both repping Heli and Lua. I got confused, but we're both the challenger is ready. We'll send right into it. I didn't know you were participating. I didn't know either. It was a surprise to me. I saw my profile card. I freaked out a little bit. It was a bit of a test run, exactly. Now that you guys see the format, they're going to be going into this. Varric has his entire roster open to him, whereas, as you guys can see, Ace Trainer can only pick one single type. And the context therein is provided by whatever map that the bosses will like to combat on. Alright, looking at the pre-bans real quick. DN and crowd ban. Look at how mad Ace looks, bro. Dude, Ace is getting fucked up over this. But banned out Luna, banned out Sea Phantom Politis. I think the game is still very much playable. Blue Lua locked in. It's one of the few openers Ace has in the blue element. So you're gonna have to run something like that when if you want any openers at all for you. So as you guys can see, this is going to be a really fair game mode. Even though you got a lot of Legend players and former Legend players in here fucking shit up. Harseti's open too. Yeah, I wonder if Ace Trainer is trapping something like that. Varric did mention he was looking forward to playing a Young Senya draft. You know, forced AoE and all, but looking at a Blue Lua, is that something you're going to go into? He's going to first pick the Young Senya, so bannable from this position. Okay, picks up the Empyrean Ilanav. I want you guys to know, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Boss Arunka is global ban for the Elite Four Gauntlet. I think for the whole event. I would have to double check with Ace, but like, the boys were cooking this and they're like, Boss Arunka makes this not playable. So that's a little piece of context you guys will get. Boss Arunka is going to be global banned for the entire event. For the whole event. Okay, perfect, yeah. Because and in exchange, the challenger get one piece of information, which is there is no light element Elite Four. Because if there was a light element Elite Four, they would never agree to this. So there you go. Elvira picked up to counter the Young Senya. Blue Tywin, man's getting a buff, getting picked up in third pick ban protect. And now we see the Laya getting locked in for Varric, looking to reset the Blue Lua and her tempo. And now he's starting to think, what can we do to beat down on these blue units? Thinking about a little bit of a Wukong, I actually think there's a lot you can do here. You might even just be able to play you can play Renak. I'm actually really surprised that Renak hasn't come out yet. And when you have one going so fast, you can just look to pick off almost anything, like even the Elvira, right? That way, I mean, Vera has really high ER, but she's going to have time surviving the burst damage Arena can put out. Being hovered here, and does get locked in. Wow, Blue Luna being picked up. That's a little bit crazy. I mean, Ace is going to do his best, but not having Crow, not having DN is going to be one tough match for him. So looking at a little bit of a Fenny action, I think no matter what, that's going to be tough, because Fenny, when you only have blue damage dealers, going into so many green units, you are going to have to play things like Luna that can attack from an advantageous element. Maybe even an Amiki that doesn't rely on critting. There are not a lot of options he could do in order to punch through this. Does he know his mic is muted? Yes. That's actually intentional. I have him server deafen and muted so he could lock in for the entire event. And there it is, the SSB getting locked in. Surely this is one of those flat attack, high scaling, Rengar specialty drink SSBs. We're looking to output a lot of damage. Ace is cracking a big ass smile. Jeremy, I don't know if you have to do him like that. Raw Dog live on twitch.tv/Valky right here, right now. And Jello is also notifying me there are 2 added very funny rare rolls for items. Blood Moon Haste as the last pick does come in. I think having 2 cleansers to his name, Varric's put together his draft very well. And Ace is kind of in a pinch. You do have to ban the cleansers. Actually, there's 3 cleansers if you include Empyrean Illinev. And on top of that, Blood Moon Haste is going to make it really hard for him to play his game. Yeah, looks like Varric is taking good advantage of the fact that he knows his opponent is stuck on a single element. Oh, the SSB gets banned out too. I think every single character Ace wanted to play has just been sniped out. And, you know, takes out the Renak as well. There's just so many ways you could beat down on this. Oh man, I wonder if Ace has got this. Like, surely Ace has a plan up his sleeve. Maybe the Luna is just Giga Omega damage. And if the Luna can't punch through, then I think he's fine. If not, then we might be in for a short match, and Ace is joining me back on the caster's desk. It looks like we got some good resets. Lands 2 bagels. And now the Laya looking at S2, not too many things resetted besides just the Blood Moon Haze, so Varric's thinking about just holding the Laya S2. Does indeed hold it, pulls a little bit of a cheeky dual attack into the Alvira. Alvira finally, though, gets the chance to play the game. Drops the S3 kick real quick onto the Haze. Does it have enough effectiveness to defense break the Blood Moon Haze? That's going to be the big turn, and it does land. Provokes a counterattack, high effect, high F-res, does block out the strip. And Luna takes a turn here. This is going to be huge. If Luna can actually snipe off this Blood Moon Haze, a little bit of a salute going down for Ace. Spear comes through. Damage comes out. Doesn't land the kill, though. That's a little bit scary. Blood Moon Haze behind a tank Empyrean Illinev. That's going to be a bit of a problem for him for the rest of the match. Lua gets her second turn. Extra turn still on the table for her. Does it put the Illinev to sleep? And it does land. Quite a good turn. Illinev has to miss a turn. Haste resists once again, showing how much power he has in the bag. Young Senya going to be able to cleanse the whole team, and now I think Ace is in a bit of trouble here as Blood Moon Haze does posture up. No soul to his name, so he can't just take away the Alvira for free. Will be going in on the Luna. Procs a counterattack. That actually takes a little bit of HP away, strips the speed buff. A little bit of healing for his team, a cheeky 6k. That removes so much of the damage Ace managed to put out. Yikes. Does go for another hit. Drags the Haze, lands into the Luna again. Oh man. You know, Ace only has 1 carry here, and it's already not looking so good. Goes for the provoke on the Empyrean Illinev. Do we land any more Beguiles? Lands 3 Beguiles, that's good damage. A little bit of a cheeky damage goes in. Blue Tywin, are we getting that S3 click, homie? Can we do it? Is this our turn? Empyrean Illinev is at bottom bar. We're gonna send everything in. We landed one break, guys. We landed. We might not be looking so good, guys. Oh, wait. That's a dual attack. Hang on a second. Oh, Luna gets a strip. Counter attack. Extra. No! Luna gets sent to the land. Oh no, it's a disaster. Laya tempos up, gets rid of the debuff. Ace is crying to himself right now. He does not want to be here. Empyrean finally gets that turn. S3 comes out. It's a tank Empyrean. Not gonna be too much damage. GG comes out. All right, welcome back to the land, Ace. You can unmute now. How do we feel there?
I feel pretty good. You know, I displayed the strength of my elements, yeah, it wasn't enough to beat our strong challenger here, Very G.
All right, welcome back, welcome back, Mr. Very G. That was one hell of a match. I think you played really well there, setting up multiple amounts of cleansers, and eventually just completely flipping the matchup. And you know, that Blood Moon Haste sure was doing work. That was crazy.
Okay, well, yeah, that was a haste pop-up for sure. But what was that dual attack?
That dual attack was Ace's only chance to win the game. You know, that's what that was. So that was a challenge well done. You actually managed to save every single item. Before I reveal to you your next boss, as well as what the challenge is going to be. You know, you exit the first chamber, the icy palace of AceTrainer, and you walk into, you know where this is, right? You know where this is?
I think I know what this is.
You think you know what this is? What element do you think your opponent is?
We're about to become a gardener today.
You're against a gardener today. Okay. Sure, you're definitely against a gardener. All right, so what kind of opponent do you think you're fighting, and what are you really expecting from this strategy?
Well, my guess right now is either it's actually grass or it's dark due to the nighttime setting. But either way, I think I am prepared for both.
You're prepared for both. Ideas. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Oh yeah, now that you also cleared the first challenge, shall we roll for another item for you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me know when you're in the stream. I'm still sitting on the last item, someone's PC. So, let me know when you're ready. I'll send it in on the next item. I'm assuming Jello will want me to re-roll the website. Okay, while you were in that match, he says, reload the website. I added 2 to 3 funny super rare items. I don't know what they do, man. If I hit them, I hope it tells me what it does. Yeah, by the way, I don't know what these items are. So let me know when you're ready and we'll send it.
All right, well, you'll know when I just hit right here.
Let's hit it right here.
We can't really see it though.
We gotta revive. Okay, you already have a revive. I'm down to roll it again until it's not a revive. We are not beating these fucking allegations, man. That's crazy.
I won't be needing a revive.
Well, he says he won't be needing a revive. We couldn't even take 1 unit out. That's crazy.
Yo, Baki.
Yeah.
We can't really see though.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Max revive. Sorry, can't see.
Well, it's technically not a revive.
It's technically not revive. Do you want to take it?
Why, can I spin again?
I'm down to let you spin again if you don't want to take a max revive. It brings back any down unit. But if you're that confident, sure, we can do one more.
Yeah, let's do it.
I feel like this item's so powerful.
The gacha player within me.
Bro, the gacha player is just too strong, man. It's max revive. Okay, we'll just I'm gonna just spin it.
All right, it's a sign. It's a sign.
It's a sign. It's a sign. We're really building up towards one of the funny items, aren't we? Okay, we got this again. Man, okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. We'll just go again. We'll just go again. It's fine. Yeah, but by the way, if it wasn't obvious already, there we go. Okay, there's your amulet coin. You can gain 100 sky stones from your next victory. And you can choose to use that whenever, by the way.
Then I'll use it right now.
You use it right now. Okay, cool. So amulet coin. Just need to put it down. Used. Okay. So now that you know what the next map is going to be, you still have 3 items to your name. Would the next Elite Four enter the lobby, please? So, yeah, now your total winnings, depending on whatever it is, right? It's going to be just a flat plus 100 on the your final total takeaway. So your second boss, as you walk into the garden at night, you see EX Jello. Would you like to use any one of your other items? You have a walkie-talkie and someone's PC. That's useful to you.
No, I think seeing the profile pic, I don't need it.
Seeing the profile pic, you don't need it. Okay, perfect. Well, as long as you're ready, I'll put you in your room, in your solo little room, so you can lock it in, and we'll get things going. Feel free to ready up anytime within the next minute if you want to formulate some strategies, pre-think through some drafts. All right.
I'm so surprised that he didn't use any items, by the way. Like, wow, we're fighting Jello, someone who's known to be very fast and very versatile. And we don't know yet
I think that
the element.
You know why I think that is? He probably thinks Jello is a grass-type player.
Yeah,
That's
Jello baited him with
the
profile card.
pic, and he just assumed Jello is going to be a grass-type player. But let me tell you guys what. The important thing here is this background is for Blooming Lidicus event when she was playing at night.
Wow, you gotta dig deep with the lore.
You have to dig deep. I mean, look, I'm telling you, we cooked this event for about a month and a half. The boys cooked up everything they can. You know, like there's twists and turns, there's fake outs.
Interesting.
What if he's on stream? No, that's fine. Like if he's on stream.
Now he knows he has to fight against one of the strongest types right now because Smilegate.
Depending on his pre-bans, we can tell perfectly if he's on stream or not, right? I'm sure he's like thinking to himself, do I ban like the nighttime units because I heard Valk say it? Or do I ban green units because that was the expectation coming into this? And no, he knows! He knows! Yep! He knows! Yes, sir! He's like, no, can't bait me with it!
He spent the last 30 seconds just formulating what is the most meta of meta dark units right now. And I gotta say, most of the meta right now in this battle of attrition, when you want to play flexibly, is dark.
I will point out something extremely important, though. He opts for the Renac first pick, which is one of the main meta drafts in the game right now. But you are against what's potentially a dark boss, as you've telegraphed with both of your pre-bans. What if he gets Zeo'd on? And as you know, Jello is one of, if not the fastest players on Global. So there is always a chance the Renac pick just gets completely flipped against you. But I suppose this is a unit that he likes, and it's a strategy he's going for. Jello is taking his time thinking about it. Do you want to go for the Zeo early, or do you want to take Zeo 3? We're going to opt for the Lone Wolf Payra, which has a lot of utilities. It keeps your options open. You're never locked into any one particular strategy. But we'll say into a Renac, there is no FCC, there is no Empyrean. She is going to wreak havoc if she manages even one single turn. Zeo gets picked up.
And then so Jello picking up both Payra and Zeo is showing that he wants to play pretty flexibly too and be able to maybe opt into Zeo's tempo or go back to rely on Payra's cleansing abilities, especially if Barry is hovering that Lua, and Lua would be easily shaken off by Payra. Even if Payra goes first, you know, you can boost up Zeo's bridges, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, hovering a little bit between a Death Dealer Ray, you know, the heavy, slow debuffer and damage dealer, honestly, the 2-in-1, or Hellion Lua, which is just somebody who can go fast, go slow. She can go both ways and apply a lot of crowd control. So no matter what, I think he's just looking to set up his ability to control Jello and control the pace of the fight. Abyssal Euthine picked up as well. That could be one of two things. One, that could be a Bruiser Euthine, right? You know, everybody with her plays one of those. Or it could be one of the few new tank Euthines where she can run protection set with an Aureus. And most of all, you want to pick your tank on 3 in this metagame. Tanks are just so valuable. They're a little bit high on the power budget scale, and they're always there to keep your units alive. Jello needs to think a little bit harder about this, since now his Lone Wolf Payra won't be getting the full value of her combat readiness push with this Yufine on third pick ban protection.
Based on the third pick of a Yufine, I actually think it's more likely to be Aureus, because you actually see with Varric's draft, there's enough damage already. And we see the Briar pick, so Jello is just saying, I am going to kill you before your DDR or Renak is able to press buttons.
I will tell you what, if you know anything about this Veritas guild, fuck the bullshit, time go is a mantra here. 2 extremely aggressive picks gets picked up by Jello. Briarwitch Iceria, top model Luluka. Briarwitch can be built on 2 builds, both as a support and as a main DPS, and top model Luluka, being an extremely competent unit at high speeds, is going to hit very hard. Varric better hope that third pick Yufine is on the tank Aureus build. Thinking about a little bit of an Elena here, just to choke out the Briarwitch S3. Could be a good pick. I think there are multiple options for him in order to counterplay this. Jello is limited to dark units after all.
Mm-hmm. And so if we think about like current bridges alongside the dark units, there's not too many that will synergize with Briar and Zeo, but Briar and Zeo by itself is already threatening some devastating debuffs. And so Elena might be a good pick, but we'll see what's ends up trying to shake off the debuffs with this counter Hua pick.
Counterattack Hua Young as well as Designer Lilibet. So it's putting Jello in a pretty awkward position. Do you want to speed up against me and, you know, have to nuke down this thing that just does not take any debuffs, you can't defense breaker and punch her through? Or are you going through the character where I will be able to eat all the defense breaks, immediately steal your turn, and go? And finally, there it is. The ML Ludwig being picked up as last pick. Surely he just gets banned out here. I think he's a little bit too good to stay in the draft. But we'll see what Varric decides to go with. Either way, the trick here is he needs to take as much damage out of Jello's draft as possible if he wants to survive this.
Yes, because there's always a world where Briar doesn't press S3. And then Dilibet might not have value, and Jello might be able to play around the Dilibet S2 cleansing.
I do think that's what he opts for here. Sticks with, you know, it almost seems like that's a solo DPS, top model Luca, but lest we forget, Lone Wolf Payra does have that stacking attack and fixed damage with her skill 1. So as she's ramping up through the match, as long as you're not getting run over by a Death Dealer Ray, you can pick off the Death Dealer Ray, you always have a bulky damage dealer. Well, I'm hoping she's bulky for Jello in that Lone Wolf Payra. Oh, first turn goes. That is going to be a Zeo. Turn order looks to be Zeo, Briarwitch, Payra with top model at the end.
Probably goes on the Dilbit here with the pushback. Yes.
Does indeed land.
And it is Elbrus.
That is a lot of damage, though. The Elbrus coming up huge for Varric. And no protection set, but as long as you proc one of those, lands the attack down on the appropriate characters, Jello is going to be in trouble. One more might just be able to do it. We need to land the defense break here. We're skipping the soul burn as well. Drops the S3. Ooh. And it does go, barely misses a cut on the Designer Lilibet. Zeo was absolutely clutch here, delaying that turn. Now he needs to do a little bit of math. Can he afford to press the S3? That's a pretty big question. He's going to opt to do it here. You have to. You need that cleanse.
So Dilibet ends up getting, is it 5? I don't even know the math here.
It is 5 stacks. I think she gets exactly enough debuffs to cut. And no, another counterattack goes through. Ooh, Designer Lilibet. This is kind of big.
Varric with the clutch Dilibet S3 going through and killing most of their damage, and now they just have a few buffs with immortality there on the Briar, which they potentially could just strip with Renak.
Cleanses the Renak as well.
Damage.
And now it begins, the spoil stacks and the pilfer, but I don't suspect Jello's living long for this world. S3 does come through with Renak. Little bit of boppity bing, boppity boom, splash damage. Only Briarwitch is left.
Wow. And with DDR buttons, I think this closes the game out.
Yep, strips the immortality. A little bit of a love tap, takes her right out of the match. GG's.
So actually, in this case, it was really smart for Jello not to press on the Briar. We doubted him not pressing Soulburn, right? But it's actually optimal if he gets not all the debuffs on Briar, without ignoring Soul Burn, and then Dilibet might not have the stacks to cleanse, because you want some death breaks on AU Fiend, but you don't want Dilibet to get so much passive ramp up, right? So very stylish game, actually.
I think that would have definitely been the play had the AU Fiend not just landed attack down on the designer Lilibet. I think the moment that landed, you knew you were not long for this world, and that's something you really had to set up for, and I mean, he was forced to cleanse, right? Well played.
Well played.
All right, welcome back to the LAN, my guy. That was really well played. You know, we were worried for a second when the AU Fiend wasn't on protection set, wasn't on Aureus, but one Elbrus was able to do it, lands the attack down, forces the cleanse, and that put Jello in a tough position. GG's, man.
Yeah, I considered drafting Mitt, but with the option of the available dark units, I figured that it might be alright. And I did forget, my Dilbet is due for a regear, gotta be faster.
Alright, perfect. So now that you cleared the second Elite Four, that puts you at a grand total of 400 with the 100 bonus on Amulet Coin. I'll be making sure to note this down on my end. And, yeah. Now that you walk out of the Dark Gardens, the Midnight Gardens, you walk into, you didn't tell me what I'm gonna use, so I'm just gonna use this one. I mean, you're clearly a good player. You clearly have a working brain, so I don't need to explain to you what's going on here. I'm not gonna even insult your intelligence by asking who I think you're fighting, but, any particular playstyles or units you're thinking about when you see this kind of background, you know, a little bit of a heat coming in here.
It's gonna be a spicy match.
I like that. I like that. Well, you know, on clearing another challenge, I do believe it is time to roll for another item. Just so you know, Amulet Coin is like, there's a hard limit per one player. We can't do too many of those, okay?
Oh yeah. Gotcha companies are the stingy.
Yeah. Let's just blame the companies instead, you know? Surely it wasn't my fault for over budgeting us, but it's okay.
Nah.
We'll add one more item to your list. Let's just roll it and send it, see what we get right here. We're adding one more item to your bag, and it will be...
Pray it's not revive.
A escape rope. I don't know if you like that one. That's a escape rope. So what this one does is you can redo a draft, but you have to call to use it or signal to us to use it before the first action is taken on the first turn.
So I can load into the draft and still like check the CR bar and then
you could check the CR bar as long as that first action is not taken. Hit like a top right or something and just like let us know in chat. And then we'll restart the entire thing from right before the draft.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, you got your A escape rope. So there are some items that you get to use in between, in the middle of drafts or in the middle of matches, and you're just gonna have to, like, I don't know, top right or something and signal it to us, like, as you're calling to use it, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So you got that, and considering you kind of have a vision of the next boss, would you like to use, actually, wait. Yeah, now that you have a vision, now that you've cleared Jello, would the next boss please come on into the lobby? I'm telling you, man, we got a heater in here. We got grills. That's right.
My goat. That's my goat.
A fitting name.
Yup. You guys know this. We can't have an Elite Four. We can't have a solo element format without getting my goat grills. He might be my goat, but he's also my boy Rift Trainer's goat. We got him up in here today for this event. Any particular strategies you're thinking about employing?
Well, assuming it is fire, then Flan and Ras are probably units I'm looking to ban.
Okay, yeah, that sounds solid, man. And, you know, we're gonna put you into your little challenge room, and, yeah, best of luck on the challenge. You have 1 minute to prepare. Oh yeah.
Before you go, actually, do you want to use any items, Eric?
Let me double check what I have.
Going over it real quick, you have a walkie-talkie, revive, someone's PC, a escape rope, and we used the amulet coin last round.
I think we're good.
You think
Wow,
we're good?
I'm
very
Okay.
confident.
So,
Good.
you know, we're not using anything right now. Are you saving this for somebody?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so we're feeling ourselves right now. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Hey, look, if you're feeling confident, we'll send you right in, and I'm sure you got this. Best of luck. You got 1 minute to ready up. All right. What do you think are the chances he's just banking every item for our champion?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. I'm surprised because like some of these items, I mean, I feel like with the escape rope, right? It would be very helpful to maybe scout out like the champion and stuff, and so that makes sense to just hold those for whoever the big bad champion is because they're not locked to an element, right?
The champion will be. It's basically going to be like a ladder match against the champion.
So yeah, I think escape rope is one of the most powerful items. So the other items, though, I feel like he could re-gear if he had some dying units, but he doesn't, right? So it's like maybe he doesn't need that.
He's been breezing through this challenge so far. It's been impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, both challengers are ready, and we'll go right into it. See how he approaches this matchup versus Grills. Dude, that card is lit. That card is so good, man. Grills
so cool.
really might be my GOAT. Holy moly.
And Varrig mentioned he wants to ban out the Flan and such. One thing he's maybe not knowing from Grill's playstyle is Fire actually has a lot of like natural speed debuffers that are pretty threatening. So I'm thinking about Abigail specifically, really resilient, like mid-speed-ish DPS with like that full strip and the death break, right? And the curse that can pull off some really stylish combos that Grills is naturally known for. So I wonder if Varrig knows. Okay. So with the Litica ban, yeah, I can see why those pre-bans.
I really was expecting the Litica. You know, like Fire Flan is one thing, but if you really think about it, outside of characters like Renak and Bossarunka, the one red unit that's really, really threatening is gonna be that Litica. I mean, her kid just has so much utilities offered. Bans out the Litica at the flank with first pick, just immediately hijacks the Adventurer Ross, removes one good knight for Grills. And I don't know how many of you guys out here know Grills or is familiar with his game. He is a mono fire cleaver that is Emperor rank on the ladder. So a lot of tricks up his sleeve that I'm sure he's familiar with. Although no Flan, no Litica might be a bit of a tougher matchup.
Yeah, and I wonder why Varrig just steals the Adventurer Ross, because yes, he's a strong knight if he's on 3, but if you don't see the draft too much, or you take the strongest of openers with these pre-bans, I'm thinking like ML Poly or even Pera, right? Not taking those and instead stealing a fire option, I wonder if he's not shutting down Grills' flexibility enough, right?
Eligos also gets picked up for him as well. We know he's lost a lot of power since Bossarunka's release, but as you guys also know, Bossarunka is global banned for this entire event. So that will level things up a little, even things out a little bit. He's got both openers, I'm assuming, secured. Varrig now can take a variety of water-type defensive units. SSB does happen to be one of them, and with no Litica on the books, in a little bit of a bind here. No pun intended, SSB will be able to just bat back, and if you don't have an option like, for example, BBK that's able to absorb the damage and turn it into power against your attacker, it's going to be a little bit hard, and we know he does have a good tank Empyrean Illinav, cycling through a couple of these, even the Abigail you mentioned. Nope, locks in the SSB here. He knows there's no fire element characters left that can limit his options, and does lock on the Harsetti 3. That is going to be a little bit awkward for Grills. You are cleaving, but we do have Harsetti here.
And one thing I didn't catch on initially was that Arunka is actually still up. So I wonder how much you can actually cleave through Arunka frontline.
Like Bossarunka?
Yes.
Bossarunka's global ban.
Oh yeah.
You sent out the notification to them yesterday, brother. My brother.
Oh dude, you sent it out. Okay, all right, I got you.
Wait, what do you mean I sent it out? I was like, wait. Do these guys know Bossarunka's global ban, right?
Yeah, they should know. Okay,
don't scare me like that. You sent out the notification, man.
Okay.
Oh god, okay, scared me. Abigail does get picked up. I mean, you're going to need something to be able to cleanse all of these debuffs. Not looking too good here. Oh man, we're really digging deep. Fire Tenebria comes out. I mean, we need things that's going to be able to overcome this SSB. Fire Tenebria is going to have to land. That's the main important thing. She does offer a lot of spooky debuffs. The defense break, the sleep, speed down, CR back. They're all super deadly, but you gotta land on the SSB, man. That's the important thing. As long as you land, there is a way.
Yeah, and what's important also is if you sleep the units, you have a higher chance of hitting them, right? So this Fire Tenebria, if it lands, maybe they can play around the SSB slightly and just wait for the crucial turn to hit them up with a 1 wake-up attack and guarantee the hit. When we see the Ed too.
Ed gets picked up as well. We're looking to bounce back a lot of these debuffs. Considering how much of that there is for Grills, it's going to be a bit more than an annoyance for him, and an Arya locked in last pick. I actually think he had this roster ready. He was completely locked and loaded for this. So many things that Grills has to be able to punch through. You need to be able to take out the SSB. Harsetti is already limiting your speed and your options, and now Arya. I mean, whoa, this is going to be problems for you for days.
Sheltier, if it's slightly bulky or some weird variant, might be okay here as a decent option to guarantee the hit onto units. If I was Grills, I'd be looking to ban out the Ed.
I think Guard Captain Crow here is also a really strong option, but I mean, if I was Varric, I'd just ban the Guard Captain Crow. Like, once the Guard Captain Crow's out the way, you just trust the Ed to be able to solo everything else. And there's just so many 1v4 characters. The Arya, the Ed, and even SSB. Even if she's not getting hit, she will just be able to provide so much value over time. SSB does indeed get banned out. Oh, I think Grills is in for a tough fight. Like, he's stuck in the village. He thought he was speed racing on the racetracks, but he ended up getting stuck in the village playing Isekai Slow Life, man.
Oh, man.
And now we know why exactly the Elite Four has such a hard time winning. It's because they're stuck to one element. These challengers are coming in and just pulling out these village units. That's what's going on. I mean, to nobody's surprise, Harsetti does indeed get to go first. You have the option to S3 or S1 for a little bit of attack down. Only one immunity on Grill's side. S3 can strip, and he's going to opt for that. Oh, I mean, the Maelstrom comes. What debuff can we expect here?
Ooh, and it's Crown Harsetti landing some really important debuffs here. The only saving grace is it seems like we got a curse on Ed, who's stealth. Oh, and we successfully stripped the Arya, and that is huge. We might have a chance of fighting back. There's one other thing, right? Abigail S2 can still cleanse this Illigos, and the boss man himself might be able to reduce some resources and hopefully swing back the game against Arya. Maybe we can hope that, you know, with Arya gone, we can just slowly chip through these units. That hit is also huge. RNG is on Grills' side. The sun is smiling favorably upon us. Let's do it.
This is going to need to be big. Tenebria drops CS3, does land on what looks like to be a lot of units, and the Ed does get put to sleep. Big turn for him. He manages to hold himself back into the game. Adventurer Roz now getting the turn, drops the defense buff. Actually, that's so much damage against Grills, but being able to just halt this Arya's tempo for a single turn matters so much. Ross' turn goes again. We're going for the S2, looking to take out the Veronica ASAP. Ed gets pulled on the attack, but now Ross gets removed from the stealth, and Grills gets a bit more choices on his target selection. Soul burns his Abigail, combat readiness push go, and now Illigos needs to kill something. He needs to remove one of these threats and get the snowball going for himself.
Okay, so it's actually really important that Ed has immunity because it means he's not going to get the curse inflicted on him. And without that curse damage, Grills is slowly lacking in terms of this damage arms race that he's hoping to win out.
Yeah, not having the damage is one thing, but Illigos going back into stealth is going to be super important for him to stay alive and keep the snowball going. Ed is tempoing up. He doesn't want to get dropped behind. S3 comes through. Oh, and it takes out the Tenebria. That's not good. Now you only have the lone Abigail left protecting, and he's doing his best to chip through this Arya, and I do think that high effectiveness Abigail did so much here just to strip the Arya, get him to this point in the fight. But now Harsetti's getting to go. Defense break is coming through. Grills is hanging on for dear life.
Ooh,
2 attack downs. That's going to be tough.
I think at this point, Grills is just aiming to just destroy this Arya, hopefully knock her out of this Nuzlocke run. Ooh! If this hits, there's a chance! Okay! And we get the cleaner! Procced from the duel! That natural duel is so huge. Is Grills able to snowball this slowly? Because he still has immortality if they're struggling to race to kill this Abigail.
You're going to have to go into the Abigail. Another S3 comes through. No Soulburn this time. Prayer of Solitude comes in. Doesn't quite land the kill. That is a red rocket, Ed. But Harsetti should be able to close things out here. Defense break and the stun. Oh, and I mean, Lone Eligo standing here, the boss himself. I mean, even pulls a cheeky dual attack. I mean, come on, man.
That's going to be a rip for Eligos. Boss Eligos.
Oh, no.
That was a very valiant attempt, Grills. I saw you destroyed one unit. Stylishly done.
All right, welcome back. That was actually a pretty spicy challenge. Units out. We're gonna have to put Arya into the list. Looks like Arya is going to be out, but how are we feeling there? Did you think you had that unlocked from the beginning, from the get-go?
Yeah. Once I realized the Harsetti was open, then I can just GS Kingdom this guy.
Okay, yeah, that's a perfectly that's a perfectly fine game plan. That works so well. I think that went entirely according to your playbooks. So that was pretty good. So now we're moving on to the next map. You walk out of the heat-packed room, and as you walk into the next one, let me find the exact background they requested for. I can't find it. Did you have to unlock that thing? Where's the daytime garden for Biblis event? I'm trying to find that now. Is it just not in here, or did I forget to unlock it? Oh, man. I don't think it's in here.
Maybe you didn't claim it.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't claim it. Whoopsie, guys. I guess I don't have that background. Yep, alright, this is the best I got. You guys are getting this. I mean, this is another side story event one. Alright. You walk into the next one. What the next Elite Four? Please, pull up to the Gauntlet.
Also, does he get an item spin?
Oh, yeah. We could spin for another item. So, your next boss is going to be Tempest Days. Are you familiar with his game at all?
A bit.
Okay, you're familiar with a bit. So now this is going to be the last of the Elite Fours. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4 items, and you get one more spin. How do you want to do this? You want to spin one, and then we'll figure out if you want to use anything?
Yeah, let's spin.
Alright, you get a Quick Claw. It guarantees first pick in your next battle. So you get to use that anytime as well. So I have that on board for you. Would you like to, before we begin the next phase of the challenge, would you like to use any items?
Do I want to get first pick right now? Surely the next Elite Four is grass, and not daytime and light. We'll hold it off. We'll save the first pick for the champion.
Okay. So that's what it is, right? Are you saving everything? We're not using revives, no walkie-talkie, no someone's PC, no escape rope, no Quick Claw.
Yeah, nothing.
Should I remind you that Arya a very key unit in your draft is dead, Arya?
Well, assume if it's grass or if it's light, I don't think I'll be drafting Arya for now. So we'll hold off.
Okay.
All right,
That's
sounds
confident.
good. My man has his plan ready. Well, you got 1 minute to prepare for Tempest Day, so we'll leave you to it. And, you know, best of luck. Although I don't think you'll be needing it. You seem turbo fine in this challenge. All right. What do you think? Okay, I think at this point, you know, Varric definitely knows how to play RTA. And to anybody who knows how to play RTA real well, I think it's not hard to come up with a game plan where somebody is mono element, you know? Especially not with certain very strong characters in the game. Like, I assume if he gets first pick again, he'll just steal away the Renac so he doesn't have to worry about that. And then, you know, he'll have a variety of things like the Sea Phantom available to choke out any potential young Senya drafts, right? It's feasible for you to just account for everything that's strong within an element. What do you think Tempest Days can do in order to come back versus that?
Well, if Tempest Days has to fight the Renac, I think he could be picking units like Albedo alongside something really flashy like Landy that just guarantees the nuke oomph damage, right? Assuming he's grass.
Assuming
if
he's grass.
he's light elements, I don't know what he would do. He might be playing some other stuff.
I guess we'll find out. Let's head into the match. Assuming he's grass. All right, well, let's see.
I really hope Tempest Days gets first pick. I don't know if he does.
Well, we don't know if he does, so let's see if he goes for it. Oh, wow. Wow, the BGM really is coming in for this one. About, you know, just 10 seconds, a little over 10 seconds left for these guys to make their pre-bans. Both of these guys definitely look like they did their homework, so really curious to see what they really want to remove off of each other. If it comes through, Albedo and Schneel. Schneel pre-ban, that's a sneaky one. I think I know what Varric is going for in terms of strategy. Picks up the Renac first pick, and Tempest Days, I mean, we know this guy. This guy's the biggest Destina fan in the existence of gaming. No way he's not playing Earth units. Leica and Yul have picked up. That's a support and a tank unit, and in a very standard draft.
And it seems really flexible. Like in this case, they have the damage that is enabled by Leica, and they have that like flexible tank down, right? And Leica providing the immunity. She is a bit of an older unit, so we don't know if just providing immunity and providing a buff reduction strip is enough in this meta, especially because Varric banned out the Schneel. So it seems like it would make a lot of sense for him to take the Death Dealer Ray and maybe potentially take a neutral knight, even like Fallen Cecilia, reading this meta. And then he'll be in a pretty safe place with his damage and debuff secured too.
Varric is just navigating so well through these drafts. Death Dealer Ray locked in. The moment Schneel is banned, we should have seen that coming. And Red Flan on 3. I think he really wanted to get a advantageous element DPS in, and that makes a lot of sense. Red Flan, generally stopped by characters like Sea Phantom Politis and Solitaria. Not a lot of green units have any ways to even be able to stop her, so completely reasonable.
You'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised.
You would actually be surprised.
Surprise me! Oh
Jeremy
my
came
god!
through! Jeremy has been practicing this the last night, and I saw him mock against Red Flan the entire time. And so I'm really glad he was able to showcase the technology he has prepared to destroy a Titan like Red Flan in the current meta.
I really want to see if the Zahak works out for him, and we even got his Falconer Clury. We know he was a big Falconer Clury from back in the days, but you still need to put together a team, a draft, and a unit around the Zahak. Protect him, make sure he gets to play the video game. Do keep in mind, we are punching up. We are racing a Renac, which is now the fastest base speed unit in the game. It is going to be a tough matchup, but if you can pull this off, I mean, he's going to look like an absolute Giga Chad.
Yes, if he can pull this off, because guess what? He might be post-banning Renac. Right now, he actually has 2 pseudo-speech threats in the form of Leica and Flurry. Because if they ban out one of them, the other one might be able to control Varric's openers, right? So he has an option to just ban out the Renac and then just go ham on Flan, knowing that right now Varric has no mitigation either.
Varric hovering over a little bit of that Mort. Not too many counterattack characters as far as I can see, but Mort would be a very strong counter versus Tempest Days. We know he is a Banshee main for the longest time, and we do pick up a Red Ross and a Harsetti. That is going to form a pretty annoying choke. Varric is looking to take first turn no matter what he does, and I don't think you want to play against Harsetti when there is Red Flan on 1. That is going to be a tough, tough day for you. Okay, Young Senya picked up. I actually think that's not the worst, considering that there is a Harsetti, but now I think the match just got turned into a 50-50.
Yes, it's very scary for Tempest Days right now. I'm thinking that, like, okay, well, there's some anti-synergy between Harsetti and Redac, but if you're just relying on some good speed RNG to happen, then, oh, wow, these units banned. And so Harsetti taking the first turn, it could be just enabling a duel from Flan to completely kill out a unit.
I mean, I think if I was a Red Flan player at this point, my Harsetti goes first turn. I'm trusting it, right? Especially if I land the defense break. Ain't no way my Red Flan isn't killing.
Oh. And it just kills. It absolutely obliterates the technology.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. And resist on the Harsetti as well. Ray looks like he gets to play the video game. That is gonna be rough.
Oh!
That's pretty good. We dodged two
huge.
of those.
Yes.
So
one thing that people forgot about, the flurry buff, is that, like, a year ago, Factor and Flurry can reduce resources on her S1. So theoretically, what you could do is just start focusing the Flan and chipping it down until it loses its evasion, and then hopefully something else happens.
Dude, this Flurry is, like, trying her best, but here's the problem. You're going up against God damn it, man. Yeah, you're going up against some of the best characters in the game, and you're locked to one element. We are gonna look to strip and defense break the Flan, but I mean, look. You have all of this turn economy, and the biggest thing you're trying to do is you're trying to take off one unit. You're trying to make sure he doesn't get to play the video game, and man, that's disturbing.
Man, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
Stop. He's already dead. Stop.
Yo, okay, so Yoha got a buff like a while back that reflects some damage, right? So hopefully we're seeing that come into effect here. It would be great. Oh my god, there might be a chance, boys!
Holy
we could be
sacrifice
killing the Flan!
I mean, look,
Let's kill!
You can land maybe about 11,000 damage with this. Flan is already chipped down. Can we kill the Red Flan? No, she survives. The barrier comes in. Guardian Ice Crystal. G. Oh, man, Tempest sure did try. Man.
Well played by Tempest, yes.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, Tempest sure did try. He was really trying to snipe some of those units, but I think your draft was pretty airtight there, especially versus Mono Green. Really locked out his options. Oh, man.
I kind of wanted to see it as a Hawk. But,
yeah, I wanted to see it as a Hawk as well. What happened? Yeah, can you tell us what happened to Zahawk? I could have swore there was a Zahawk somewhere in that draft.
Man, it was like he was never there.
I think it has to do with, like, this Harsetti unit taking the first turn always and enabling some pseudo combos from happening all the time, right? Crazy.
A bit too
Crazy
disturbing.
Stuff.
Yeah. This Harsetti unit, I think, like, you just have really good use of the OP units in a way where you lock a really good unit on 3 based on your pre-bans, and then you just kind of, like, fit some OP puzzle pieces around them that really enable them. So that's pretty well played. Ace, can you hit up the group chat real quick for me and ask if the boys need a third pre-ban? Ask them that. Ask them if they need a third pre-ban, and then double check if they do need it. Double check with the next 2 competitors if that's something they'll need. So I mean, you're kind of just blasting through the gauntlet right now, and you do have a couple of items left. I'm assuming you're ready for the champion fight. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you are aware that the champion will not be having any restrictions outside of, you know, Bossarunka's global ban. Everything else you're ready for?
Yeah, good time to use my items.
Yeah. So you have a walkie-talkie, which gets you a coach. Whichever one you can find, you can revive. Which the only character you can revive is your Arya. You can use someone's PC, which gives you 3 minutes to go re-gear any amount of units on your account. A escape rope resets your match, and a quick claw. That is a pretty loaded inventory for challenging the challenger, or the champion. I'm sorry. You want to find out who the champion is, and then roll for your items. See what you need to roll. What you need to use.
Yeah.
First, we need to change the background though.
What do we change the background to? He never told me what he wanted.
E7WC.
E7WC. I don't think we have the one.
Hopefully
for
you
this
got
year.
that one.
Is it this one?
Last year.
Is this the one? This is the one without the sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It's the one without the sword. It's fine. All right. So let's roll your item real quick. Let me know when you're in the stream.
All right, I am in the stream.
All right. That's so you get yourself a poke flute. So the boss has to skip their very turn by double clicking their S1. This is one of the rarest items off the entire roulette. I don't know how you hit that right before the challenge. That's kind of crazy.
Well, I just hit an Epic 7.
Yo, I love Epic 7, dude. I love Epic 7. So yeah, the boss has to double click their S1. So, yeah, would you like to give me a list of items that you're going to be using for this challenge?
All right, so we won't. I was honestly considering egoing and not using any items, but we'll use all my items here.
You're going to use everything, okay.
So I'll start with the revive and bring back.
Okay, so Arya's
Arya.
back. You have to take off a piece of gear. Don't forget, if you plan on using her, she needs a piece of gear off.
I will back out of the lobby.
Okay, yeah. So you can now also go re-gear your units. You can also find a coach. So if you find the coach, let me know who it is. They can hop in the AFK, and I'll drag them into the call you were in. You can choose. So escape rope means after the draft, you can just restart the draft process. And then quick claw, I'm assuming you mean you're going to want first pick. Okay, and it will be a best of one in a ladder format. That is every power-up stacked up against a champion.
And if I use the escape rope, my other items don't carry over, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess not. If you plan on just using the escape rope to scout, right?
You can use...
Let's just say the effects carry over.
Let's just say it does for now, and if the boys have a problem with it, we'll make some kind of provision starting from the next challenger.
Yeah.
All right. I have removed my Arya's artifact.
All right, cool. All right, yeah. Do any gear changes you would need, and then as you're ready, come on in. So now you have 1,600 Sky Stones to your name. Now we're challenging the champion for 3,200. If you lose here, you gotta walk away with 1,100, but if you win, you'll be taking home 3,300. That sound good to you?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, well, you will be going up against our champion, Derpist. He says, HL Res is recruiting 1. Renak Kiss. So yeah, if you're looking for a guild, guys, be sure to hit up my boy Derp on Discord. All right, would you like to look for a coach? Do you have a coach in mind?
I have him right there in the AFK channel right now.
All right, I'll put him in the channel you were in, and I will be sending you guys in. You have 1 minute to discuss with your coach, and you can ready up whenever you guys are ready.
Good luck, man.
See ya.
All right, the champion fight. All right, you think he's got this? Bossarunka is global banned.
Bossarunka global banned. I think with the items, it's so advantageous, right? Like I know Derpus has been like probably the fastest player, and he can play flex a bit, but he still prefers his aggro, right? But that poke flute, like
Poke flute. We're poking them with a flute.
Oh yeah, poke flute. Sorry. I mean the verb. Yeah, to poke. Yeah, we're poking them with the flute, and so the poke flute like it disables all S2s and S3s for the first turn, and it's like which openers or aggro units Derp is playing would actually benefit from S1s? Probably none. So
First pick. Just anybody can FF. We'll reset it.
having the Zeo is already huge.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, just I forgot to set first pick.
And Varig actually opts to pre-ban his previous pre-bans for fun. So it would have been funny.
I mean,
to see
he
him,
did say he was he planned on egoing it a little bit.
That's a bit too much ego, no? To ban Schneel?
To ban Schneel versus
God.
I mean, look, he's got a coach and everything, right? The last time somebody got a coach against this account didn't do so well in a tournament. You know what I mean? So it's he might just think the coach is his charm, keeping him chilling. But he's got everything ready for him. Used everything, and I'm pretty sure Derp. I hope Derp knows he's got to skip the first turn.
Yeah, I hope Derp knows.
Can you use the side chat of the channel that they're in? Be like, just double checking you got to skip first turn. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I can't believe he actually hit the flute. I'm actually so surprised he was able to hit the flute. That flute is it's like an insanely low drop rate. Renat gets picked up first. Empyrean Illinad being postured on by Derp, as well as a Hellion Lua. If Hellion Lua goes first, this is one of those characters where I don't think you feel too bad having to skip the first turn, because as long as you get off that S3, you end up in a scenario where you just feel like if you get that S3 off eventually, you're good. So probably not the most damaging thing.
You feel like the school bully, you know? You can always pick on a kid during lunch class, right? So maybe you see him in period 2, and he's got his dumb folders and water bottle, right? And you decide that period you're not going to knock the water bottle over. You're going to do it next period, you know? That's the power of Lua, right?
Oh, sure is. Lua gets picked up here. Varg is thinking about his next round. This isn't going to be like any other round of the challenge so far. He was really feeling himself. Got him the coach. He knows Derp has to skip the first turn, so... Oh, picks up the AU Fiend. We saw this AU Fiend once in action before. It could be a different build, so that might be a little bit scary. Luna being picked up in third pick ban protection. This might actually cause some problems, because he knows Derp has to skip that first turn. So if Luna goes, and it's your cleanser going immediately after, you might have to just skip your skills. That puts Derp in such an awkward position. He's playing around the tools and the power-ups he's getting so well.
Ooh. Pretty smart pick, right? This Hua can shrug off any of Luna's skills and is decent into AU Fiend buttons. If AU Fiend accidentally hits your allies too much, you get the S2 proc really strong, and you have some counterattack S1s from Hua, also really strong. And if AU Fiend S3s.
More importantly, I think Derp is stuck in this spot. He knows he can't exactly pick an Infinite Horizon, or maybe he can't exactly pick up a Laya. Laya's maybe a little bit safer if she goes second, still can use her Cleanse S2, get her team out of that bind the Luna can put her in. So doesn't get himself stuck in that spot. So very smart pickup with the Laya. And now Varg has 2 more picks to wrap up the draft. Spirit Eye, Selena. I think all you need now is win condition versus the ML Hua-Young. That's probably what's really going to put you in that bind. And with that Celine pickup, you think that's telegraphing that he's just going to ban the Hellion Lua?
I think with the Celine pickup, right, it's it might just be that they want enough damage to break through in one turn. So even if he doesn't post-ban the Lua, he might just have enough damage to kill all the units before Derpist can actually press S2 or S3.
Ooh, and the Afternoon Soak Flan coming in from... I think that's where the game gets really scary, when you have to fight versus all of these and then the Flan. So Varg actually has a lot of opportunities to either go first, go second, do whatever it is that he wants. Thinking about picking up a Blood Moon Haste, but against a New Moon Luna with one active cleanser is going to be pretty scary when those seals and unbuffables come through. I wonder if it's just like Everett and Amiki for him here, but nope. Haste gets locked in, so I'm sure he has a strategy available to him, ready, thinking about what he's gonna do there. Varig is going all in. He sure is. This is probably the most aggressive we've seen him play all day today. What do you think the band is going to come out for on each side? Renak and Blood Moon Haze does not want to deal with that at all in any way whatsoever.
So because the Renak spanned out, there's a chance that Derpis can maybe stabilize the draft, sacrificing Lua with a very potent S1 to prevent Celine from doing some damage initially. Right? And we know Varig is only able to play and draft this aggressively because he played the poke flute, poking our opponent's skills down.
Yeah, eliminates them out of that first turn. So yeah, this is exactly what you were expecting. Hellion Lua goes first, provokes a Spirit Eye, does hit her a little bit, gets the team ready. Divine Vessel comes through. We drop the kick from the sky.
Luna.
This is gonna need to be huge.
Luna.
Oh man, if only that landed in the Luna, Derp would be in such a good spot, but as is, things are so even right now. A clean 3v3, still 2 charges on the Afternoon Soak Flan. Do you want to start working on the bystander Hwayang? And she does. S1 comes through, dual attack. Little bit of a cheeky counter attack. That is big.
Now, Varig has to choose between killing Hua or starting to focus on Ilnav. And without killing Hua,
another counterattack comes through. This Hwayang's really doing her part. Almost works down the Red Flant's entire HP bar by herself, but AU Fiend still waiting on the decks in the back. Going to be able to hit here. Now, yeah, I think he's just, yep, chooses the Soul Burn, takes out the Hwayang. Dual attack comes in, knocks her out completely. And this is going to be a 2v2, right? Empyrean knocks out Flan. And you're fighting a 2v2 against Alaya? This is a best of 1. Red Flan gets knocked out. Does Derp have this? This one match is going to decide everything.
I think this is a very close game. I think Luna might be able to inch out somewhat of an advantage for Varig eventually, but it seems like right now, Derpist has the most tempo and the most damage win con.
Let me tell you what, this is really important. -1 turn for the Laya. That's exactly what Yuffie needs to do. We launch those Elbris, get our fighting spirit up, and pop off. Jump off the walls before Laya gets that S3 because Derp already has his souls ready. And when he does get that move up, it's not looking good for Varus because he knows this Elbris Ritual Sword. If this Yuffie gets one tapped, she is not coming back.
So the only scary thing is right now Laya is going to be proccing Aufine a lot. There's going to be a lot of interactions, potentially with Albert's high rolling, right? But Derpis only needs one more turn to be able to press that guitar and just knock out that Aufine.
I just want to say, the entire time in the group chat, Jeremy's like, Val, stop giving them info, our Sky Stones, man. And then, now that Derp is winning this game, Jeremy also in the chat, our Sky Stones, they're saved, yes! Mind you...
He sounds like a villain from like Phineas and Ferb. He's like, our Sky Stones! Our Sky Stones!
JFam Evil Inc. Incorporated, Laya Soulburns a one-shot, takes Yuffie out of here, Derp takes the match, knocks Varig right back into the Pokemart.
Pokemart.
Oh, the Pokemart at the beginning of the Elite Four Challenge, the Pokemart. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, man. All right, well, let's get Varig back in here. Varig, that was a very well-played challenge. I think you were really chefing up that draft. What went wrong there? What did Derp do that, maybe caught you off by surprise?
No, I should have greeted onto the Laya.
I know. I mean, no shame there, man. I mean, look, draft-wise, how do we feel? We feel like that was an okay draft, or you think the draft was fine? It was just one greedy play that kind of like sank the whole ship.
I think it was the greedy play. I got off I strayed too far from regular RCA how I played, and was relying too much on the item.
Ah, okay. Well, I still think it's a well-played challenge. We'll put you on deck for 1,100 Sky Stones, which means the boys will be splitting that final, what's the difference? Is it 2,200? Sounds like 2,200, right? It's 32. Varric gets 1k plus the 100 from the amulet coin. The boys split 2,200.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me. Hey, man, thank you for playing. I appreciate your time. Yeah. I hope that's fun. Any amount of feedbacks you have, if you thought you were just given too much leeway, you know, just let me know in the DMs, because do keep in mind, this is designed for like roughly on average champion rank players, and for them to be able to give them a fair chance to basically clear through the entire thing and take whatever Sky Stones that they do manage to earn for themselves. But I think for a first challenger, you kind of knocked it out of the park. You were just that close, right? You actually got us to reveal every single Elite Four, and plus the champion. I was actually expecting that to not happen until the second or third challenger, if I were being completely honest.
Yeah, dude, you knocked it out of the park. Like, even from when I saw your E7GG, because I was betting the players, right? I was impressed by all your drafts in E7GG, like, without any restrictions on the opponent. Like, you drafted very well.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last 2 seasons, I haven't been able to play that often during the last season, because I had exams both times.
Hey, man. Either way, though, I'm glad to see you back. It's always fun doing Guild War versus you guys, so it's good to actually have you on stage and you know, mess around a little bit. Thank you for playing, and yeah, I'll hope to see you in the future challenge, man, or a Guild War.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
See you, man.
All right, so that going. All right, Ace, what did the boys say? Do we need a third pre-ban? Because I think even Chad is like,
yes.
we need to even out the odds. What are we doing?
Wow,
are we doing a third pre-ban
sure.
both ways? Or are the challengers doing 2 pre-bans and then they have to pre-ban something off element?
Off element, I think, yes.
Okay, so we're updating the format, guys. We're going to move to 3 pre-bans, but the challengers are only going to get 2. They're going to ban 2 units on element. And, okay, hold up. We can cook this a little bit. Fuck it, I'm doing it live. Do they want 3 to 2 pre-bans? Or would they rather have like 2 to 1 or 2 to 0? What do the boys want? Make sure we get what the boys want. And then, you know, because I do think on one hand that was like, it's definitely not meant to be fair for the Elite Four, right? It's supposed to be challenger favor. And also, most of the draft is cooked around champion rank players should be able to clear this. Like, if you're a champion rank player, you should be able to clear the Elite Four with the standard RTA rosters, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll do 3-2. I think the consensus is.
We'll do 3-2? Okay. Are the challengers okay with it? Are they consenting?
The challengers themselves?
Yeah. You got to make sure they're okay. They get 2 pre-bans, and then they're banning something off element.
Yeah. Yeah, they agreed.
Okay,
so,
perfect. All right, you can DM our next challenger their room password. Welcome them in. All right, I will be updating the stream accordingly. Yeah, now we got nothing to hide. This is all right. Welcome in. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh my god. I'm like, where's these champion ranked players at, man? Eminem, like, he's an emperor already. He like hit the season. Like, just jumped off the walls, hit the ground running this season. All right, let's welcome him in. Hey, what's going on, Eminem? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the challenge. Welcome to the Elite Four. How are you feeling about challenging some of the game's best and brightest today?
Hello, Bill. Thanks for having me. Honestly, it's pretty nice to be here. Just had my exams done, so it's a nice way to just chill out, relax, some like fun E7 events. I mean, I think it sounds pretty fun, like something a bit different from normal RTA.
Yeah. I mean, that's the idea, right? Like, I mean, this is the season of just like variety content, right? Before we get everybody sweating over lunatic mode, at the very least, want to make sure we get some fun formats going. So, were you here? Were you able to see the entire Gauntlet? How do we feel about the entire Gauntlet so far? What do you think your odds are and what do you think your overall approach to the strategy is?
Okay, so I tried to like not watch too much. So I need jumped in during my time slot just to check if we were ready yet. So I only really saw the last fight and the challenger fight. So besides that, I only know based on your rules video and the previous time you did it. But I know you made some changes.
Okay, perfect. I'm assuming because you are well, I mean, it looks like you're really hitting the ground running. You know, what do you think the first boss is going to be? And, you know, if you didn't see the first 3, I will ask you this. What do you think is your general approach to like, kind of, your pre-bans and what strategies you might set up?
Well, I think the best thing to do here, since it is elemental based, is definitely to just abuse the elemental benefits, right? So if I'm going to fight someone who's ice, I'm going to ban probably the best ice units available. And then probably, you know, for my picks, I want to abuse green in that case.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're probably just thinking about a Young Senya draft already, right?
Yep, definitely.
All right, well, your first Elite Four, your first opponent is going to be AceTrainer's. So yeah, Ace, you hear that? Make sure you're counter-picking the hell out of them.
Yes, I will.
Okay, jokes
So before
aside.
that,
Jokes aside,
items.
you do get your starter kit of items. So let's, you know, bring you in. Let's roll some items, shall we? I have the, wait, I gotta throw up the stream real quick. So here's the stream real quick. So let me do this so chat can see. You get 3 rolls. If you roll like a duplicate item, I will ask you if you want to keep it or if you want to roll something else. Do know that these things have different rarities, and different rarities means you have different odds of being able to hit them. So if it looks rigged, it's because it is.
Okay, good to know.
All right, cool. Let's do your first roll. Or you give me the go.
All right, I'm good. Go anytime. Yeah, go right now.
Please hit the funny, please. There are some of them where I don't even know what they do, by the way.
I don't know what eject button does.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first up, we got Amulet Coin. I'm assuming you're using that ASAP.
I mean, yeah, might as well, right? Might as well just get out of the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
Amulet Coin, ASAP. Ace, if you lose, you're giving him another 100 Sky Stones.
Yeah, gladly.
All right, so Amulet Coin will be our first item. Our second item is going to be a walkie-talkie. So for anyone, I can't take this shit seriously. You can call a coach, anyone from chat or DMs that you can find. So you might want to start finding somebody already, even if you don't think you're going to be using it for this first match. And you know how it goes. I'll be dragging you into your own private little room, which means it's just you and him, and you guys get to formulate strategies around what they do. Okay, so your last item is going to be someone's PC. So you may leave the lobby for 3 minutes to change units and gears, and as is always, unless it's something super specific, like an escape rope, for example, you have to declare using before I move you out of the room, and then you get 1 minute to prepare versus the fight. That sound good to you? Anything you want to use before your first match? Well, we already used your Amulet Coin, but you're going to be going up against AceTrainer, and, you know, the prospective thing is he's going to be picking ice units, so anything else? Walkie-talkie, someone's PC, or you rather save that for later?
No, definitely. I think I'll just stick with the Amulet Coin. That's about it. I think besides that, the other items probably not that necessary right now.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. My man with the plan.
Let's get it.
We'll be moving you into your challenge chamber, and then I'll be also deafening up Ace so he could lock in as well.
All right, sounds good.
Best of luck on your round. Cool. All right, Ace, I'm going to be deafening you up. I got Divine in here casting with me. Divine, you don't even have to log in. I got the stream up if you want to see it.
Yeah,
wait.
I'm definitely not logging in for 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I accidentally server muted instead of server deafened. So AceTrainer is getting ready. He is locked in. Also, I should probably change up his cam a little bit now that you're in here. Cool. I'm going to see that bit of Ace. Eminem is ready. Let's send these guys in right now. Wait. We're doing randomized first picks. I almost forgot, and I almost left that on.
Wait, man.
He says, guys, I am
afraid. He'll need every advantage he can get if he's going up against the ace trainer himself. Look at this man, handsome, smiling proudly, almost as if victory has already been assured. What a cocky son of a...
Whoa. Hey, he's allowed to do that. He's got the legend border from last season.
He's sitting at rank 100 exactly. That's how you know. Top 100. And he's bringing the top skills to the examination right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be a little bit confused on what's going on right now. My voice is going very quickly. You see, I'm only here for 5 minutes, which means I'm going to have to amp up the divine technology up to 1,000% to be able to get everything in that you need in this match. And speaking of things we need to outspeed. We need to see Veritas's global ace trainer throwing out those Pokeballs one after another and succeeding great success. Holy crap.
Bro, AceTrainer's is like one of the slowest legend players. Like, not even only in our guild, but in the fucking world, man. He's not outspeeding shit.
Well, listen, he's an ace trainer. He's seen the world, and he's mapping the yapping I'm about to do right now. Hovering over the Biblis, coming out on the blue, Biblis blue. You can see that many times over. But the Cerise is actually going to come out, opening up with the speed. 3 pre-bans are going to be up as well. Did a little bit of a change to the rule there, just to give some of these, mono element guys a little bit of room, because Minimum is going to be showing us his hand here in a second. What kind of viable comps is he pulling out, and what is the draft attack against Cerise, a unit we haven't seen in so long? I forgot people call her Skunk.
They do?
Yes, they do. Fairy Tale Tenebra, because she's got the black hair with the white stripe like a skunk tail.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that's a thing. I just thought people called her Cerise because there's not that much for her to be in the metagame for, so she doesn't really have a nickname.
Yeah, in the hood we call her Skunk.
I see. Well, okay. For anybody who wasn't around, I actually don't know why he has a Cerise geared. Cerise is just the character you would play before you got Payra. And as far as I recall, Payra is still a blue unit. But here Eminem does get a pretty interesting opening cast of characters. You got a debuffer, you got 2 cleansing supports, and it almost seems like he's just a tank down player and he's looking to pick up DPS units later on in the drafts for himself. You do see the red crowd, you do see the blue crowd, so Mort's coming in. I'm slightly not sure of that one. I would have thought he's going for like an Alencia or something, like a naturally green injury unit. That's going to be really hard for Ace to chip down. Mort is going to be a little bit scary. SSB is going to come out. That is his AceTrainer's profile unit. I think he's just saying, like, I just want to play SSB, man. I just want to play SSB. And SSB does, in fact, come out. Looking at an Amiki hover last, that's going to have a really hard time punching through these bulky green units. Laya, Mort, always known to be tough customers for the Amiki there. Also looking at a bit of a Summer Break Charlotte there as well, and is going to be locking that in.
Yeah, the Summer Break Charlotte comes in with the young Senya, unfortunately coming in here last, next to her abuser Mort, but Ace Trainer, registered psychologist, ready to deal with even such complex relationships happening right before our eyes. Remember, keep children safe, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna have to keep ourselves safe, that's right, as we head into the match here and just unfolding in a couple of seconds here. Now, I like the interesting pick of the crowd, getting some definitive damage, not DPS based, but something that's gonna be able to pen through and deal with some of those later green units that are drafted in, as we're gonna have to say goodbye to Mort and to Seaside Bologna as well, as she comes in not prepared with her swimsuit, and the match begins.
Good timing there. I think I'm gonna slow down, Mon Ami. You are going a little bit too fast for my liking. So we can go a bit slower.
Bro. Nobody can think I could talk that fast, but in addition to going fast, we see AceTrainer zooming. You might have called him slow before, but he's definitely got the action, roaring into gear, the mid, pushing up the rest of the team, and getting those criticals damage buffs, so they're going to need every single lit. As the Charlotte in the back is ready to have some splashing fun, you can see the debuffs out, as well as the end, coming into cleanse, doing her job in the Goddess's name, and we'll see how this pays out in the next couple of turns, as the healing goes up, and that's a part of his blue strategy, taking away some of those key units, and disabling AceTrainer even further, as the big damage comes in, already halving on the Fairy Tale Tenebria.
Let me tell you what, I'm actually quite surprised that, oh, that's a dual attack. Oh my god, that was actually scary close. You really want the Summer Break Charlotte to come in, do the damage for you. Big slap comes through. Unfortunately, we are not critting through DN, and young Senya here is going to be able to activate. Lots of damage comes through. At least it's funneling into our blue crowd. Oh god, I don't think you want to be here as Ace, but Summer Break Charlotte is ready. Young Senya's trying to pull her team back up the bar and get as much tempo as possible. Cerise here now will be dropping the iceberg on her opponents. We want to land those slow does
It's
land the slow
everybody.
on the DN,
That's
but
insane.
oh man.
And it's no longer insane. Cleanse comes through.
Yeah.
Or at least the barrier. The barrier.
Yeah, Summer Break Charlotte, I mean, you still have the attack, you still have crit damage. It's gonna be a big hit coming in. We're looking
He's gonna have to see a kill here. Momentum shifts, swings, he gets the kill, but we got the turn decrease on Lai as well, and you have to know that she is that ticking time bomb as she cleanses all the buffs, because this game is stupid. I don't know why we let a warrior just cleanse. I thought that was the Soul Weaver's job. But anyway, ignoring all that, we go into this match. Momentum seems to be swung in Ace Trainer's favor, but we'll have to see for how long. As we said, there's still one primary damage dealer, and she's got quite the song to sing as she tries to drown her out, coming from the depths of the sea, and possibly, maybe even a crow could be the answer coming up quickly. We need to get back into the game. This speed team that came out very hard on the first term is going to need to maximize by rolling back into those skills and getting it off once again.
Surf's up, mon ami. We got one turn before the Laya hits you with the guitar, and you have to go home. But now
speaking of
we're
go home.
surfing on our horse, and we're going to barely not get the kill.
Interesting. I think he's accepted the lie, is going to get that kill, going to get something done. So he's opted into instead getting rid of that key cleanser, one of the key cleansers, one of the key healers in the DN, preventing a lot of this damage from coming through. That does see the kill there, and the team is going to be speeding up once again. Cerise leading the charge once more, going for the stun most likely here. And if it misses, yes, it's going to be hard. You can see Ace Trainer praying, and his prayers are not answered. He's going to have to find a new god to pray to as he gets back into the action and continues to attack. But here she comes.
Ooh, a bit of a cheeky hit. Both of them are pulling dual attacks. Ahmed is out. The Soul Burn comes out. And bye-bye, Sharky. Vacation's over.
Now the damage is getting dumped into the Cerise. The supports are going to be done, and Crow, just like always, is going to be finished off last, having to watch all of his friends die out in front of him. I mean, it's the story, right? It's playing out just as like we predicted, but Ace Trainer might have one last trick up his sleeve, one last ace, you could even say, as he bites down hard to get into... No, he doesn't. He gives up. All right, it was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. Well, you know, hey, at least it was a good attempt, right? We took out 2 units. We took out the DN, we took out F10E. So yeah. I would say that's hey, we're on the up and up. We took out DN. And I would even say like we're moving up in the world, you know what I mean?
You're moving up.
Yeah. I'm proud. I took out my own unit. I like using that unit. So I was really surprised when he stole it, you know? I think that's really smart. With the limited cleansing of water and the fact that like DN is like the only alternative to Ilanov, right? And so it is really strong, as we saw in last season's meta. So, yeah.
All right, welcome back in. That was really, man, I was sweating for you a little bit. It got a little bit dicey there when we were down 2-4, and but you know, lo and behold, Laya was able to clutch it out. So there, you do move yourself up to a total winning of 300. So you double it up to 200, and we got the fixed 100 as the final number.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Once I lie in 3, I'll be honest, I wasn't actually worried at all. I'd say like, what possible blue unit could beat Laya? I could not think of what could beat Laya. So it's like, okay, lie in 3. I just get Mort and Baby Sanya. And I'm like, these bomb 2 was winning me the game. Because the top 2, I just picked Dain because she's a good brunette. I also really like Dain. So I will say, I'm a bit sad that I lost Dain there, but honestly, the F10A was just a, like, for fun unit. I was thinking, like, what's a blue unit that he could pick? I just built F10A, like, yesterday. Let's pick her.
Yeah, I was really glad that you, like, stole the Mort. Like, I think that shuts down my options entirely, right? You're asking yourself the right question. Like, what is good against Laya? Maybe a Miki can edge out. Maybe SSB can edge out. But Mort alongside a debuffer like F10A just shuts down those options completely.
Yeah.
All right, well, as you walk out of the Icy Palace onto the next room, you see a tranquil garden. What's the vibe we're feeling here? What do we think the next boss is? And, you know, maybe give us a sneak peek into the approach we got going on here.
Well, personally, from what I read from the side story, I think this garden's particularly tranquil. I think some killer plants in here, but going off that, I'm assuming this is probably the grass gym.
It is killer, I'll tell you that much. So right now we used up our amulet coin. We still got the walkie-talkie and someone's PC. Let's roll for our next item right now. Hop into the stream, let me know when you're ready. We'll rip the roll and see what items you get.
All right, yep, go for it.
Okay, rolling on the item, and the next one is gonna be someone's PC. Okay, if you already have it, you can either take another charge of someone's PC, or I'll give you the option to roll again.
Probably roll again. I mean, I'll be honest, unless my people start dying a lot, I think I'm even gonna use this item, so...
Ooh, okay, let the trash talk begin.
I think he's just being honest. Okay, we'll roll it again.
Oh my god, it keeps happening. Yeah.
Bro, it's like 10% or something twice. Okay, and then you got the Pokedex. So you can see the build of the boss's planned first or third pick unit. So it's one of them of the choice, and it's not gonna like guarantee that they have to like third pick it, but it's like something they're planning. So it gives you a slice, a bit of a sneak peek into what it is that they're gonna do. So I'll put that on in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could definitely see that being potentially useful.
All right, so, coming back into this, we are going to be moving the second Elite Four in, and that will be EX Jello. Now, before I send you into your challenge chamber, is there an item you would like to use?
From what I remember, probably not. I think the 3 items right now, nah, probably not.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. We'll be sending you in, and, hey, it sounds like you got a plan lined up. Best of luck, my guy. And, yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
All right.
All right. Whenever these guys are... Wow, these guys are readied up fast. I think we can just get things going, Jello. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we can run it.
All right, this guy...
Very interesting to...
Yeah, he's thinking
to
about
hear
it.
him.
I'm too scared to share anything now, man.
No, same here. So, a grass leader, a grass champion is interesting. We'll see if this person falls into the same fate as our previous challenger. The pre-bans are going to be really important. He has 2 over Jello's 3 because we want to even the field a bit. But I also know Jello, with his killer instinct, right, being in his killer garden, maybe he could eliminate this challenger without the 3 pre-bans.
Without the 3 pre-bans. Well, we'll have to see what the pre-bans are. Coming in... I mean, timer's out.
Oh, he fell for it. He fell for the trap.
But he also does take out 1 dark unit. Don't forget, Jello is the dark type Elite Four. Takes out 3 units. I mean, Boss Arunka is pre-banned for the global event, and he has 3. So now we got... oh, man. This is gonna be weird. Boss Arunka, Harsetti, Empyrean Ilanav, and he does pick up the first pick FCC, so he wants to play tank down. He doesn't want Jello to be getting too many tools available. Doesn't want Jello, known speed demon, does not want to race him. I mean, there's no faster way to approach a tank down draft than to be picking up FCC first pick right now. Wouldn't you say, like, FCC, Empyrean Ilanav, pick up one of those 2, and you're just safe from half the bullshit in the game?
Yeah, I think FCC eliminates more bullshit from the game than Ilanav. It's interesting, a lot of fixed damage units came after Ilanav because it was Smilegate's way of cheekily designing like an alternative to deal with Harsetti, to deal with Tori at the time, right? And now, okay, Jello is playing this really flexible Peira Amuru draft that we saw maybe last season. Maybe we can see the Lua coming out. And the DDR pick just is NN's way of saying, okay, you need to be able to close out my tempo, or else I will be debuffing you immediately.
I really like this. No hesitation. He just picks up all the other dark units he thinks Jello could be running. And on top of that, we know for a fact Peira, through her entire kit, generates 220% combat readiness through the first rotation. And we saw a very similar strategy employed by Varrig, where the AU Fiend will just be able to hold it back by half. So only 110% combat readiness available. Briarwitch BBK, though, that is a all-time classic combo for Jello. Elena gets picked up, and I'm assuming Designer Lilibet as well. That's what we saw last time. Would not be surprised if that's exactly what Eminem goes for this time as well.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Challenger Varig, because you have the AU Fiend 3, you might be guaranteed locking in the damage, and you're just locking in 2 cleansers to try to shake off the Briar tempo turn 1 and try to just cleave them back, sort of, with FCC and DDR chip damage.
Infinite Horizon Acades as well. I think that will actually provide quite a bit of a challenge for Jello. You do not want to have to play against her. I don't know if Jello has a built-in way in order to check that. There is the option of just slamming Bystander Hua Young and then banning the Fallen Cecilia, but that's going to be really, really tough from this spot. Blood Moon Haste does get picked up by Jello off of last pick, so that is going to be the anchor for this entire aggro he's running. Might get a little bit awkward, though, if BBK gets removed, but no. Blood Moon Haste traded out for DDR. I think that's probably the most consistent character for both players, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. I think BM Haste has some anti-synergy with Briar, but because Jello was threatening with so much tempo from either Pera or Briar's Soulburn from Amur's book, it made a lot of sense that like Enon is just trying to stop the anchoring capabilities, right? Try to survive the turn 1 and cleanse it out.
Ooh, first turn does go over to the Briar, which is doing a little bit of math here to himself, trying to figure out if he can just Soulburn and push through the Infinite Horizon Acades. But when you're up against a Abyssal Euthine, your options are just going to be a little bit limited. You're going to have to play a slower, more respectful game of just respecting all of these cleansers, respecting Fallen Cecilia, and with a BBK, it's not even the worst because you don't have a lot of ways to burst her, giving her the ability to just ramp up her attack and heal big time versus these tanky units you have. And, you know, one misstep, one good turn for the BBK, and she can still snowball the matchup back up onto you.
BBK can always bounce back. That's the strength of her S1 crazy multipliers and healing, right? And we have a second immortality, and it's important to know that there's only one strip that Eminem has, which is the FCCS3. So he could play strategically and try to save that strip for the Briar, or he could use it now and try to stop the feat buff from allowing Jello to snowball the draft and tempo.
Fallen Cecilia S3 does come through, and really important thing to note here is that 4 skill nullifiers does get put up. Now, you can Soulburn the Archdemon Mercedes and clear those, but if you do any amount of AoEs at all, Elena will wake up, heal her team, do the cleanse, the whole shebang, and will be able to get the seal on. A Yuffie will hit back. That is going to be doing a good chunk of damage. A Yuffie now getting 2 stacks in for herself. And Elena does get activated. If she puts this down here, this BBK turn is going to be a bit of a whiff, isn't it?
It is, but it's actually not the worst, because if we're looking at the CR bar, Briar is just sandwiched in between the cleanse and is actually at a perfect CR order for the Acades to go before Briar actually applies those really deadly death breaks. Oh, never mind. I eat my words. And now Briar has another awkward turn.
Yeah.
If she presses, Acades will cut.
Acades will cut. So now she... Okay, so Infinite Horizon Acades has no skill 2 on her cooldowns. I don't think she wants the skill 3 for just a defense break, so this might just be a turn you pass, and you keep holding that utility with the S3, where every time Jello takes a turn, you're creeping up the bar, and oh wow, what a cheeky stun. That's exactly what he needed, and when you have this, it slows down the BBK, it slows down the Archdemon, and I mean, just imagine what would have happened if Archdemon was able to pull the BBK, just blow a hole right through this FCC, and this is a turn here you could go, but do you want to go into the FCC? Jello's gonna opt to Soulburn, going in on the BBK!
No! And it didn't crit.
Wait,
that is so unfortunate.
Oh.
It did not crit.
That's not
Oh
good.
no. So that attack might have been able to close out the FCC and get an extra turn to hopefully kill the Acades, but now we're in a really awkward situation here.
Oh, man.
Also, the Amuru being stunned stopped the Amuru from Soulburn sealing the Elena, which would have allowed BBK to snowball even more damage, right? Holy.
Yeah, that was a really, really good cheeky stun by the Infinite Horizon Acades. Definitely not something you ever count on when you are playing her, but as the kids say, we take those, and that's definitely something you take when you're against a scary player like Jello.
And all hope is not lost on Jello's side. We still have the Briar S3, and BBK still has immortality. So we could be seeing a turn that's actually perfectly lined up for BBK to clear out something, right? Because we know AU Fiend does not have an extra life. It might be time. It might be time to start focusing.
I mean, if it's any time, it's got to be now. I mean, your BBK is on her last immortality. AU Fiend is out of her. Oh, nope. Opts to not go for the soul burn. But now, instead, we eat a counterattack. No attack down still, so that might be our saving grace. But, I mean, it's looking a little bit dire for Jello, if I were to be honest. But you do have a turn coming up for that AU Fiend. AU Fiend, if she does get dropped, you see the Elbrus proc. Eminem might just run out of damage, and if you run out of damage versus BBK, you are, I think, in a lot of trouble.
Ooh, I think Jello goes for it here. Goes for the AU Fiend, unable to revive, and now Eminem's only source of damage is gone, so they have to rely on FCC's pure HP scaling damage, and we have a strong hit here, potentially.
Is Eminem cooked? He's out of damage versus a BBK. If you can't burst down a BBK, she's just gonna be able to heal off your tanky units forever with the S1, no? Briar Witch will go for the soul burn here. You're triggering every single passive available to you. Elena not going to be able to do much. I think he might be in a spot where he's cooked, no? We might see our first challenger get knocked out of the Elite Four.
And this turn on Amaru is actually huge too, because it allows Amaru to potentially cut and seal the Elena.
If the Elena gets sealed, then I think that might just be it. And now I think you have infinite soul burns left. You got to use everything you can to stop this Archdemon. You cannot let her play the game. We get another S2 out. I mean, is this going to be enough effectiveness? And S1 doesn't land the provoke. But takes her out. And, I mean, Jello's down to 2 units worth of HP, but BBK finally getting to go and, you know, without a way to consistently just nuke her down, maybe even control her. Can you beat this BBK? That is the big question Eminem has to answer with just an FCC. Briar Witch Aseri is taken out here too. Only 2 relatively squishy characters left to Jello compared to Eminem.
But with... Oh, that duel is kind of huge. But with Pera, there is always a way. With Pera, I feel like you can even fight through FCC scaling when the frenzy racks up, right? That's just how crazy of a unit she is. So she's shaking off the provoke on BBK. BBK is probably going to max health again. And we're just seeing when Jello decides to go for it. Okay, so he might be actually readying FCC as the target. And when FCC is gone, Pera is going to do infinite damage to ramp up.
He
really
gets
smart
the kills, knows he get the turn, and GG comes out. Jello actually knocks Eminem back to the poke mart. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Wow. You know, I've never, okay, before we pull him in here, Ace, what are we doing? Are we giving him the Sky Stones for beating the first round and keeping the thing, and then we're dividing everything else, or are we setting him to 0? We give him what he earned, right? It seemed a little bit cruel if we don't give him anything, right? Right. We totally factored in what happens if a challenger will lose in the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is totally not designed to be completely beatable. Give him what he earned. Okay, got it. Yeah, let's do that. That was hard fought, man. We were really pulling for you out there. Hate to see it happen, but that BBK definitely got a generational pop off, man. Well, what went wrong there? What went wrong?
Honestly, it's really simple. I mean, that's just completely my bad. I completely understood BBK there because my plan was that I would just like burst her, but honestly, I did not do enough damage to proc the BBK early. And what I was hoping to happen was because my AU is a lot slower, I was gonna have a turn where we had no more cleanses. I'll put Invincible with Elena onto BBK. Because my Elena cut in front of my AU, yeah, my AU was just super like vulnerable after that.
Yeah, that's really good reflection on your part, because I was thinking like your draft was completely so solid until I saw the Acades. Because yeah, Acades is better cleansing than Elena, but we wanted more of that like tempo damage, right? And when you double down on the cleansing, that's when I thought, maybe Jello can just ban out one of the earlier units because you double down on the cleansing value, you know, and devalue your draft from the lack of damage, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think one thing as well that happened is that I also honestly the haste when I thought about it, I actually didn't have to respect it, but because I was planning on banning last, And after those things, actually wait, because he can just ban DDR now in this case. 'Cause part of me was planning on having DDR in that match, but after the double cleanse and he went haste, so I was like, yeah, wait, and he just bans DDR. I'm like, oh, wait, I have no DDR anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I also want to highlight, like, that's one of those things you just got to do as a high rank player where you come out of a match, you immediately can mentally gather yourself, be like, oh, okay, that was a mistake. Yeah, we should have factored in for not having DDR. We should have, picked another cleansing option, something with like a bit more higher tempo, and then we would have been fine. So really good to see you bounce back. Sorry you couldn't make it through the gauntlet. Hope to see you in a future challenge, and honestly, at the end of the day, I hope at least like the format got you thinking about the game a little bit differently, and I hope it was fun for you.
I mean, 100%, yeah. I mean, it's just about something different. That's all I can really ask for, because I mean, I'll be honest, no RTA, all I see is Barunka, and I want to like take a dirt nap, so it's pretty nice.
Yep. That's the mood. That's the mood right now. Like, we're all about timing out here. So now I have picked a better time to do this, so glad you're enjoying it. If you have any feedback, my DMs are open to you. Yeah. Thank you for joining, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
All right, Ace. So, we got another provision, which is if they lose, they don't get everything reset to 0. They get to keep most of what they earn. So that's pretty good. All right.
Yeah, last event you ran, it was reset, right? Mm-hmm. They were gone.
Okay. Yeah. We got our last challenger in here, Benilov. You ready to pull him in here?
Yeah, he's on his phone, so maybe there'll be a slight delay. But...
Okay, got it. Hello. How you doing, Benilov?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. How much of the challenge did you get to witness so far? And that I would say having the information is like a pretty big advantage. So like, what are you preparing for the challenge?
Well, I just witnessed the last challenger go versus the grass, and then got tricked into thinking it was got tricked into thinking it was the grass gym when it was the dirt gym, and also obviously it was AceTrainer. So I'm gonna be ready for a dirt trainer, not a grass trainer on that battle, I guess.
I mean, as long as you are prepared, yeah, I think everybody else is kind of like, they've been around the community a bit. I don't know if you go by a different name on Twitch or anything like that, but at least to me, you're a new face. Would you like to at least introduce yourself? Maybe a little bit of the play style you play, how long you've been playing, stuff like that.
Sure. I started playing pretty much right around the Overlord event, when the Overlord event started. I mean, I haven't been as part of much of the community, I guess. I don't really have a Twitch stream or anything. I'm just kind of a casual player. Saw the thing, and I thought, why not try and challenge the Elite Four? Thought it'd be fun. It's a new way to play OTA, I guess.
Yeah, man. Well, you get a starter pack of items, so let's give you 3 rolls of items right now. You see how that works, right?
Yes, I did see a couple of, yeah.
All right, well, hop on into the stream I'm hosting here. Let me know when you see it. Give me the go, and we'll see what starter kit you will start your run with.
Okay. I'm in the stream. Hope I get some good items.
All right, let's go. First item. Let's see what you get.
I feel like Poke Flute's the best Prage.
Poke Flute. Well, we got Scope Lens. So, boss shares roughly 3 to 5 units of what they're planning to pick versus you. So that's, okay, I would say, like a pretty good scouting tool.
Okay.
So I'll put that up for you. Scope Lens is your first item. Your second item is going to be a escape rope. So this is, as long as you have this, if you just like get into a draft, just top right the match before people take their first turn, you can restart the match from the draft.
Okay.
You're like a detective. You got all the scouting items.
Yeah. Hey, just need all the information, and then it'll work out well, surely.
Well, and our third starter item is going to be a max revive. So if you lose any unit, you can use it before your next challenge to bring things back. And I will be asking you to commit items such as these before, you know, you commit into the match. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, perfect. That's your starter kit of items. You got your scope lens, your escape rope, and your max revive. All right, well, your first Elite Four that you are going to be challenging is going to be, well, I mean, you already saw, is going to be AceTrainer.
Okay.
Let's go.
Dude, I'm trying to find that the Icy Palace thing. It's so hard to find. It's so hard.
Also,
I have to
I'm allowed-
scroll all the way back up.
I'm allowed 2 pre-bans then?
You're allowed 2 pre-bans of one element, and your third pre-ban has to be a pre-ban of a different element, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you get to the champion fight, by the way, we'll just move it back to 2 pre-bans.
Okay.
Yeah, and you are the last challenger of the day, so, you know, take all the time you need, strategize a little bit. But before we put you up against AceTrainer, is there an item you like to use?
I think I'm good.
You think you're good? Okay, perfect. Yeah, my man seems ready. So your starting amount of Sky Stones is 100 right now. If you beat Ace, it doubles to 200, 400, 800, 1600, and so long. So yeah, we're gonna put you in, and yeah, good luck, man. Best of luck on your first round of the challenge.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ace, I'm deafening you up. Whenever you're ready.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Damn, both of these guys are. Actually, let me just. I'll deafen myself. Okay, both of these guys look ready. So, this is the third challenger of today's Gauntlet. We're going to be doing Benilov versus AceTrainer. He is going to be the Ice Elite Four. Let's get it. See what the pre-bans are and what they plan on doing. Ace is definitely getting trained. Man, Ace just wants to play SSB, man. Like just let my poor boy play his SSB. I think every time he's picked SSB today, he's just been getting Giga banned. Okay. Yeah, Ace is taking his time. He has 3 pre-bans, and don't forget, guys, Benilov gets 2. He'll have to go through this gauntlet of 4 bosses, and if he could clear through them all, he'll win 1,600 Sky Stones. And also earn himself the right to challenge the champion. Pre-bans, oh my god, pre-bans come through. You got SSB, you got Lua. My man was definitely taking notes, and he really doesn't want to play against SSB. DN stolen away first pick 2. Oh my god, Ace is not having a good time now. He's definitely thinking about it, because now he can't even pick Blue Crow. Blue Crow, I think, is probably something Ace really wants to play. And with DN putting up the skill nullify, the pen resistance buff, you're gonna have a really hard time playing Blue Crow. Fairy Tale Tenebria does get picked up first pick. I think that's super brave. You do need a way to get yourself that first turn, and at least offer up some way to control the pace of the match, such that Benilov at the very least can't just use like these mid-speed units. You know, you guys know, like Strays just got a buff, for example. Strays will just eat up characters like Crow. And especially without Empyrean Ilinov being available to Ace, he's definitely fighting a huge uphill battle. All right, Benilov's thinking about it, picks up the Green Celine second pick. This is a very targeted pick towards the Frida, because all of Frida's good skills, her S3, her Soulburn S1, all of that you would absolutely need to use a non-attacking skill. Young Senya picked up on third pick as well. That's the exact kind of strategy you would expect when you're in this kind of matchup. I'm sure Ace has some answers prepared. Blue Crow is ready for him. He's giggling to himself. I do not want to see what he's planning. He's hovering the Amiki. We're looking at Amiki versus DN and Young Senya. Surely that's not our out, brother. Please don't tell me that's our out. This is gonna look so ugly. No, he locks in the Amiki. We are getting mortared on. It's not looking good, bro. He can't hold it. He can see I'm laughing. He's laughing, bro. On twitch.tv/Valky, bro. We have a good time here. We be doing a little bit of fucking trolling. Mortelix is gonna step on us. It's looking so bad, bro. Oh no. He knows what's going on. He doesn't have a better out. It's fucking fried. Oh god. Alright. Mentally resetting himself. Surely he has a cook and pick for last pick, right, guys? I'm sure Ace is prepared. Somehow the stream turned plus... No plus 21, no plus 18 here, bro. Only normal gaming. We're playing a fine video game of RTA. Ooh, okay. That's actually a really interesting response. Fenny comes out. He's doing a little of a pray emoji right now. Dude, this Fenny is not making it through the draft. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. This Fenny is not making it through the draft. Mort does get banned out, but so does the Amiki. But, wow, Fenny actually makes it through. I actually think there is a pretty good chance for Ace to play now. So, I think what he has to do here is preemptively activate the Young Senya, and then use Fairy Tale Tenebria to control the rest of the match. And I think as long as he can do that, he's in a pretty good spot. Winnable? I think that's better than most of what you can say about a lot of these matchups, because these are designed such that, honestly, if we're being completely honest, the challenger shouldn't be losing these matchups. Ooh, okay. We actually take a whole rotation away, uses that, triggers the Young Senya. She's going to get the extra turn, pulled into the DN as well as the green Celine if you guys look at this combat readiness bar. So Benilov actually does a huge chunk of damage. And that'll almost, yeah, a little bit of injury as well. Young Senya will be pushing the rest of her team, so you're gonna have to be doing two things. One, you're going to be laying down the law versus Fairy Tale Tenebria, because you can't let her get a second turn. And two, you're going to need to put up your penetration resistance so that the crowd can't start sniping off your units. Those are two really important win conditions for Benilov. Let's see if he goes for it correctly. Goes for the kill on the Fairy Tale. Does manage to land it. Oh, guys, isn't it kind of odd? It's almost as if Ace Trainer doesn't have any mitigation for this Fairy Tale. Isn't that a little bit crazy? DN will be taking the turn, gets her S3 going. We're starting to generate that tempo, generating a lot of healing and souls for her team as well. Finny gets the turn. Bit of a snake bite here. Damage comes through up against the DN. Oh my god, what is that damage? That's crazy. Does he just go for the kill here? He's missing 13k. No, goes for the tackle. We're looking to just chip down the DN slowly, a bit at a time. The regen buff topping the DN off, and we know she's on a healing artifact. She's going to be able to do that. Good for herself. And I think as long as you can remove the DN, AceTrainer's, he might not win this match, but he does set himself up in a pretty decent spot. Fenny is looking like she's actually getting to do a lot of work here. Frida, unfortunately, doesn't get the same luxury. Green Celine is still there checking her. We don't want to give Celine any more extra damage than we have to. Bit of a cheeky duel from the DN too. 30% combat readiness, that's nothing to scoff at. Oh, and with that, looks like Benilov is pushing Ace closer and closer to the corner with every subsequent turn he's taking. Another duel attack. This has got to be a Unity set DN, right, guys? He's just getting so much combat readiness for free. One hit seems to miss the crit. Second hit does land, but still not enough to close out this DN. This is one tanky DN. I mean, so much damage going through. Not enough. Urban Shadow Shoe will finally get the turn. We're looking to beam down the crowd before our buffs wear off. A little bit of a zap, and now we find out why he hasn't been providing that mitigation. And it's because he's on Holy Sacrifice. And now, I mean, it looks like at least our crowd gets to remove the DN from this match. Do we go for it? I mean, this is about, what, 11, 12,000 onto the DN? Drops the horse, 12,000. Crow has built-in mid with that. Oh yeah, he does. I completely forgot. Whoopsie. All right, I think Ace did his part though, right? You're like expecting to get one character out, and then after that, you know, you do what you can. He's really locked in right now, but here's the problem: we have to pile a bunch of attacks into the young Senya, and every time we hit, that's 2 hits, and one more hit. I mean, young Senya's gonna scream no bullying again. Yup, nope, Ace is throwing in the towel. Benilov takes the first match, but we do remove the DN off of his draft board. Alright, undeafen up, buddy. Undeafen. You could do it. Yeah, I was waiting for you to undeafen yourself.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That mostly go how you would have expected it to go?
Yeah, I would say, like, I was kind of having hope until I realized, like, okay, DN just makes Crow useless. So I gotta fight through anti-crit, I gotta fight through Senya. Like, it's too much, right? Double stealth units, it's too much.
Yeah, it was, it's definitely a tougher matchup, right? I mean, these are designed so that, like, challengers, especially, like, if they're just a champion rank player, you know, if they've been playing for, like, a year or so, reasonably speaking, should be able to just go through you. So, it seemed like he knew exactly what he was doing. So let's bring him back in, you know, give him some questions, see how he set things up. Welcome back into the chamber, Benilov. How are we feeling? That first match looked pretty good, yeah?
Yeah. DN's OP, I guess.
DN was really good, right? Because not only are you denying him a unit, you also get something that's really good versus like his best options. Like, for example, like now his crowd just loses a lot of value as well. So I think that was an excellent identify off that first pick.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
All right, well, you walk out of the Ice Siege Palace chambers, and I mean, you already know what's going on. You know what's in the next room.
Yeah.
Next up, you're going to be up against EX Jello. Are you familiar with this guy's game at all?
Not particularly, no. Other than I heard that he is fast.
He is very fast. So just to kind of go back onto what items we have going on. So you currently still have a scope lens, escape rope, a max revive. You want to roll for your items for this round?
Sure.
All right, let's roll for your items. Well, that's a bit close. Focus Sash. So for your next fainted unit, will not be disqualified from battles. So this is kind of like up there with max revive. So you actually have a lot of safety net and a lot of scouting tools. Would you like to use any of these items up against Jello coming up next?
So when would I be able to use escape rope?
So escape rope can be used if you let's say well, first of all, you're gonna have to let us know, like, okay, I might use it here, right?
Okay.
And if you, like, for example, load into the match before anybody takes the first turn, you can forfeit the match and redo the draft.
Okay. So I would just forfeit, and then I would, like, before like any turn is taken.
Yep, exactly. But every other item, you have to declare using it before we begin the draft.
Okay. Okay. Well, I might use escape rope.
You might use escape rope. Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Because I think the dark element might be one of the hardest of the ones, because it's not doesn't have a direct counter to it like fire, water, and earth does.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to look at it. You might use escape rope. Anything you want to do, like scope lensing, scout it out. You know, maybe prepare your focus sash in case you lose a unit here. Anything like that?
I'll prepare a focus sash. Yeah.
We're gonna use our focus sash. Okay, so if the first unit you have that's eliminated here won't be counted against you, and we'll be ready if you use escape rope. Just hit the top right. It will not count as your loss. Okay.
Okay.
You have to do it the first turn, though. If he takes an action, you can no longer use it. Got that? Got it?
Okay. I got it.
All right, cool. Before we go, is there any particular strategies you're thinking about prepping now that you know what the fight is about and a little bit about his playstyle and what he does?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure because I'm unfortunately missing a lot of the important tank down units, i.e., FCC and EMP. So going tank down against, usually I'm trying to be faster than opponents, but usually I don't think I'm gonna be able to be faster than him. So we'll see what I end up doing, and if it ends up burning down, then we might use the escape rope.
Okay, sounds good, man. Sounds good. I'm gonna throw you back into the chamber. Best of luck with the next round coming up. You got a minute to think about it if you still need to, but hit ready whenever you are, all right? Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he knows. Like, even if he's missing units, he's pretty insightful. Like, he knows, right, in the current meta, all the fast units are dark, right? And so he's thinking, if I don't have first pick, I'm at kind of a disadvantage. And also, like, I might not be able to play flexibly and pivot if I don't have FCC, right?
That's a good point. I think not having FCC, especially in the current format, is pretty scary, but as long as you have Empyrean, you always have, like, Crow ready for you, right? But also, in his spot, if you have neither, what are your best options, right? Surely, I mean, Jello's going to pre-ban a certain Dark Mage here that might be a huge hindrance to his entire strategy.
Oh.
And we do see the pre-bans come out. We got ML Luna, Bellion, as well as Harsetti. I think that's almost every single really, 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 really annoying unit completely taken out. Payra and Sea Phantom banned out against Jello, so those are some of, I would say, the best options, but with Payra banned out, you're going to have a hard time into Lua. Jello no longer is forced to cleave into you. He can slow down, he can speed up. Heli and Lua are just so flexible, and one of the few things that actually only beat her is just ML Payra, so I think Benilov might be in a tough spot here.
Yeah, and there's a soft counter with FCC as well, but then you're forced to draft other cleansers, but we know that Benilov lacking FCC, right? It seems like Jello is in a position to play Zeo with the pre-bans, right? And we see Lua early, we could be seeing a Zeo 3. I wonder how Benilov is going to respond to this sort of like positioning. And also if he has some sort of strong cleanse prepared, because you definitely need it versus Lua.
Man, you know what I'm already seeing is with the first pick Lua. Wow, that's a really early Infinite Horizon Acades. We do not want to let this Lua get off the ground. And I don't think that's a bad game plan at all. But the really scary part here is that you have to consider, what if Jello takes a Zeo? And if he does take a Zeo, Lua can just soul burn. And suddenly, now your Empyrean Illinav just does not work. Archdemon as well, that's a really good unit to be taking in the spot. And we saw Archdemon out-tempo Infinite Horizon Acades last time Jello had to play against Eminem. So now, you kind of have some choices to make. If you commit to being tanky and being slow, well, you won't get cleave, but you might need a bit more burst damage against that Bloodblade Corinne in a longer drawn-out match. But then, if you're too slow, then, you know, well, how do you secure the kill on her? I think Adventurer Ross is pretty good. A little bit of a scary thing about him is, I think out of all the popular tanks right now, he is the one that's most prone to getting bursted down early, which is pretty scary to play against aggro. But when your choices are limited and your hands are tied, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I think he's still like the classic pairing with Tori, right? We're thinking of Tori as a unit that is going to be able to just shake off any debuffs, shake off most damage sources, right? And so A-Roz reapplying the immunity is going to be huge versus A-Maru if this sort of A-Maru BBK combo is going through, because right now we know we can't be just banning out the Souls unit. There's going to be a lot of Souls, and that's what Jello is doing exactly. He's committing to the Souls. He's committing to turn one with Briar or Lua alongside a Soulburn combo, and so now Benilov is forced to pick like the lesser of two evils, is a word.
And now I think Benilov's definitely stuck in a hard spot. You have multiple sources of books, multiple sources of combat readiness push, does pick himself up the Zeo now, so you do have the option to eliminate the Lua and then just drop a silence on the Briar Witch and hope you can overtake the turns. This is going to be a bit of a confusing draft to navigate. Benilov does get to keep 2 sources of burst damage, though. Knocks out the Eternal Wanderer Ludwig, and then also gets a Zeo traded out. So I think we do have, 1 source of Disrupt for Benilov, which is on the Infinite Horizon. Going to be scary to use considering there is a Lua. But also, BBK by herself is just so much tempo. You can lock up on 3. And I'm honestly kind of surprised nobody's picked Veronica into her yet.
He will probably use the escape rope right now, wouldn't he? Because now we know Jello's game plan.
No
first turn
escape
is
rope
taken.
being used.
Oh, wow. So we have Lua with the Soul Burn. Acades is not cutting yet. And this is the worst turn order possible. If Lua was faster, or if Amaru went, then he had a chance of one-shotting a unit by boosting up Tori. But now there's no interaction with this Acades happening, and all these units are ganging up on poor Acades.
And this is exactly what happens when you're fighting a top-ranked aggro speed player whose entire team is super well speed-tuned. If you don't have just as tight speed tuning, you might just get run over. Archieman now pulls in the duel against BBK. BBK is so ready. She's so set up to pop off. The Ray is defense broken. The Ra's half HP. Tori's probably not long for this world either. This is not looking good for Benilov.
Oh, and Benilov has the Tori activated, but this Tori cannot fight through this unless it's a level 22 helmet Tori tech. We'll see.
Oh man, this is looking rough.
This Tori looking kind of slow. Please tell me it's countering level 22 helmet. Please. This would be the best situation for it. I'm begging,
that's the only way you could win out of the spot, honestly. There's nothing else you can do. I mean, you get stuck here. Like, at the very least, right? Take out 1 unit. Take out 1 unit, right? We lost by 3. We lost by 3. We didn't get wiped.
Oh no, Cascade! This is so rough.
Oh no!
And that's what happens when you commit to Tori. You got to accept the RNG that happens. I'm glad she's not as meta now, phased out.
Oh man, and Jello puts another one out. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. No mercy. Jello too strong, no cap, Eminem says. No, I could definitely see that. Let's bring Benilov back here. We'll give the man his last rites. Hey, welcome back to the land, man. What happened there? We saw that strategy. We know the strategy. You know, what do you think went wrong?
I mean, main thing that went wrong is that my improvised Acades did not, in fact, end up cutting. I mean, that was one of probably many things upon being cleaved.
No, I think that's the main thing, dude, because if your Acades was fast enough, you boost up your DDR, you actually just denied them any sort of tempo. You close out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the big takeaway from this round as well, which is like when you're up against legend rank like cleavers specifically, they usually have a couple of units that are tuned to be able to go through like the common cutters like Infinite Horizon, go through for example also like Designer Lilibet, right? They have a couple of ways around that. So you always have to like just prepare yourself, and I don't know if you were here for the first challenger, Varig. He did this thing where he was playing Designer Lilibet, and he used Abyssal Euphine on 3 just to make sure that Jello's team couldn't like connect together super well, and that half CR was able to just let the Designer Lilibet come back versus him. So, you know, I think it was a good attempt. We'll be sending you home with 200 Sky Stones. And, you know, thank you for playing. Really appreciate you making the time out to do this. And if you have any suggestions towards the format, my DM's always open to you.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate the event and at least the 200 Sky Stones, and I'm happy that at least, I'm sure that they're happy about getting a lot more Sky Stones also, the Elite Four.
Okay, yeah, 100%. Thanks so much, man. Have a great one.
Thank you, you too.
All right, Jello says we're down to do another contestant. And Ace, can we check the budget real quick? Let me check the budget.
Yeah, let me see.
But you guys have to like not take anything. Like we're not splitting this pot then, if that's what it is.
Yeah.
We have exactly enough for one contestant. Jello says that's fine. All right, okay. I guess this is the first time we're doing this. Is there anybody from chat that wants to be a challenger? You have to have a mic and you have to speak English on stream. We'll take one, and we're prioritizing anybody who has their name in the sign-up sheet.
Oh, Suchi, what the?
Fucking flammable me, XX Milfsly. Let's see. Tsuchi says I'll go for it. Eat the bread. Says me. All right. I'm gonna go through the sign-up sheet right now, and I'm picking the earliest name I can see. Okay. Forms.google.com. Let's see. Who is the earliest name I see? Is it Eat the Bread or is it Tsuchi? We're doing first come first serve. Oh wow! Actually, wait, hold up. Tsuchi actually beat Eat the Bread by like 4 hours in their sign up time. So right now it's Tsuchi. I didn't sign up either. Yeah. We're gonna prioritize people who did sign up because that way at least we can guarantee they read the format. Also, thank you for the sub, Craze. All right, yeah. Out of everybody here, Tsuchi does have the earliest sign up. So, all right, Tsuchi, can you hop in the AFK channel in my server, and we'll prep you for this. Chat, we are feeling more wee than woo. Damn. The boys really said, yo, just bring on one more. We're really feeling ourselves here. All right, welcome on in, Tsuchi. How you doing? How we feeling today? You're gonna be our backup, and you're gonna be the surprise challenger coming in.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Holy shit, your voice is deep. Are you like fucking Prof
Yeah,
Boy's
he
dad
streams.
or what?
He
Jesus
streams.
fucking Christ.
He's a VTuber streamer with the Grim Reaper model. Let's get it.
So you are Prof Boy's dad.
We're cousins.
Okay, well that helps. That helps. All right. Well, I'm assuming you watched, you know, the format intro. You know exactly what you're getting yourself into. The Elite Four. You're gonna start at 100. We have exactly enough Sky Stones to get you through this. So here's how the format goes, right? You beat one guy, it doubles, right? Doubles 200, 400, 800, 1600, and then you're gonna decide whether or not you want to challenge the champion. Also, I'm getting pinged that the item page is once again updated. So you're gonna have more items to roll for as well. All right. You know, as you're coming in here, do you want to give us a little preview of your overall strategy? What are you thinking? You thinking you're gonna go through the gauntlet, bank up every item, and then just take down the champion? What's the game plan here? Tsuchi, you there? Is he good?
I think I'll probably want to hold on to it until I get to the champion, depending on how the first 4 games go, if I make it through.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's get your starting kit of items, right? You get 3 rolls, hop in the stream, and then I'll rip it on your go. They added a couple more items.
I'm looking.
Okay, cool. They added a couple more items, so I have no idea what's in here. Your first item is going to be a bright powder. The boss does not have their 3rd pick protected. So whenever you use it, you gotta let me know. I'll take off 3rd pick ban protection, and they have to respect your 3rd pick. That sound good?
Yeah, that works. I don't think they can see.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I fixed it. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm sorry. All right, so you got bright powder going on.
Okay.
So Yeah, this is like a super rare item, by the way. Like, you could probably tell by their overall colors. So your second item is gonna be... Oh, fuck, that was kind of... Your second item is gonna be in a scope, is gonna be the scope lens. Bosses have to share, like, roughly 5 units in their channel that they plan on playing.
I'm sorry, Derp. I'm gonna have to save that for you.
Dang,
That's if you can make it there. That's if you can make it there.
I'll try my hardest.
I respect it. All right, well, you got one more item for your starter kit, so let's see what you get. And you get a quick claw. You can guarantee first pick in your next battle.
All right, perfect. Okay, I'm good. I just need the room password.
All right, go ahead,
Yeah,
DM
I'll
it
do
to
that.
Ace. Yeah, and of course, you know, your first opponent as you walk into... I'll wait till you're here.
Oh, I actually don't know his Discord.
Just click on his name
in the VC.
here.
Yeah, my bad.
Jello says, I don't see the newest item. Oh, I'm sorry. Shit.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
I'm gonna rip this a couple of times so you guys in chat maybe get to see what the new items are.
There's base trainer. I don't know what that does.
Dude, me neither. It's in there now. Okay, I see.
There's mystery. There's some mystery wall thing. That sounds cool too.
Bro, I don't know what the glitch portal is.
Yeah.
Yeah, these do not have like a like they don't drop the same. So these are always going to be based on the color that surrounds them that you see.
Dude, eject button sounds cool too. Yo, what if you could just tap out to another person in chat? Bruh, eject button. That'd be some crazy shit.
You know, we might do that for like next whatever the next pass of this is. We'll probably add in more stupid ass items. Like you can eject button into a different player, and it's whoever you can find that agrees to it, but you guys have to agree how you're splitting the sky stones. You get 1 minute to work it out. You guys have to figure out how you split the sky stones, and that guy takes over for the rest of your challenge. I don't know, maybe we do a stream where we cook up some more items.
Alright, is Suchi ready? Suchi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good to go. I'm in the room.
All right. Well, as you walk into the Ice Palace, up against you is Ace Trainer and his Seaside Bologna. So there you go. That'll be your first challenge. I'll be putting you in the challenge chamber until you have a coach or anything like that. You'll be in there by yourself, and we'll be pulling you in every other time that in between rounds. You know, we'll just chat a bit, unwind a little bit, breathe a little bit. That sound good to you, man?
That's all good.
All right, you know what the format is, so we'll be pushing you into it. Best of luck on round 1. All right, I'm gonna deafen you now, Ace. Good luck.
Yeah, peace.
All right, and then we'll also bring Divine back here for just this little bit. How you doing, man?
I'm trying to stream.
Like stream?
Yeah, I'm trying to stream like privately footage of me playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus online and my friends.
Yeah.
And I did not realize how much of a pain it was to just do something as basic as get YouTube to work for 2 seconds.
Streaming is hard. Streaming is hard and it's annoying, man. What can you do? All right, well, we're loading up into the draft, and I think Suchi's probably out of all challengers had the most time to prepare and think about what the matchups are. He kind of, I think you would know. Now, like, you know, now that Jello's kind of just put 2 guys in the dirt. I think Ace is probably... Yo, what's up?
So what was his voice like again? I'm trying to remember. We gotta go like hard baritone for this, right?
Up to you. I mean, he does knock out 2 bands really quickly. Takes out Rem and Fenny, and now... I mean, that makes way for the Blue Lua first pick. I mean, this is the best opener Ace is gonna get. So Blue Lua is gonna have to do all of the other things you would expect an opener to do. So you got speed buff, cooldown resets, but Suchi should be able to just pull out a protection set Knight. Imperial Nilinav's definitely not a bad choice. Ace nods in approval. He's got his glasses on. He's ready to lock in.
Tsuchikage finds himself within the depths of his draft, already going deep into the pocket of his possibilities.
That it, or is it even deeper?
I think it's deeper. He sounds like Prof Boy's fucking dad.
No, this is just gravel territory. Oh fuck, that's just gravel.
The fucking
That's just
Cookie
gravel.
Monsters.
Yeah, that's just down in the gravel.
Wait. Is this for real? Did he really pick a second pick successor Teiyu? What
Check
is
your
going
balls.
on?
Check your balls.
Bro, do you understand what it means to pick a 2-pick successor Teiyu? That's crazy. I think it's insane to be taking a 2-pick successor Teiyu. Ace grabs for himself the blue Payra at this point.
You get Chad, bro.
I think it's kind of risky, because here's the thing about second pick successor Teiyu. If he just picks Zeo on third pick and bans out the Elvira, there's nothing Ace can do to actually not stop himself from getting cleaved. Ace is locking in, but no, this actually looks like he's playing a standard, like, successor Teiyu as like a regular, normal-ass standard carry, which I think is pretty crazy.
Listen, he's put himself in the position and he's lived his whole life as what? What do you think a Kage is?
A shadow?
I thought it was like the ultimate ninja or something. Isn't that
No,
the thing in
man.
Naruto?
Like y'all basically have the same fucking name. You're Divine Shadow. He's Tsuchikage. Like what? It means shadow. It means shadow. That's what Kage means.
Oh damn it! I thought it was because the Hokage is like the #1 in the ninja land.
Yeah,
and you know,
yeah.
all
And
my
ninjas do what? They sit in the fucking shadow, right?
That's not just ninjas who do that. Yo, shout out to all my fellow ninjas out there. Anyway, back on to the draft. We've got this.
We're cooking. We be doing a little bit of trolling out here. Dragon King Sharoon does get locked in. Suji actually finds himself in a very interesting format where he has 2 cleansers, 2 carries, and 1 Empyrean Illanav. Ace, you know, he kind of has his options, but I think he's probably just going to be banning out that Green Landy. Green Landy looking so good versus him right now. But ooh.
I think no matter what, it's going to be an exciting match as we've got the bands coming out. Dragon King Sharoon, sorry, you're not old enough to be here. That's the rules. And once again, the Bologna banned out from Ace Trainer. They want to keep the waifu out of the hands of the man who needs the waifu. As we've got Ace Trainer facing off against the Thirst Hokage, coming in to strike at the Hidden Leaf Village, and with that attack firmly setting herself up as Payra sets up once again into the fabled seal, putting away the 9 tails for good using the Goblet of Oath.
You fucking kill me with the Thirst Hokage, dude. What is happening? Oh my god. Speaking of what's happening, Lua here does fan it out. Draws some big guile, lands 3 of them, and let's check the cooldown resets. That's gonna be a lot of damage. DN now will be able to touch hands with God, and as those hands are being touched, buffs are going to be coming out.
Speaking of a little being touched, we don't have to worry about that. Deanne, not that kind of priest, but she does manage to, you know, have to sit there while this is something we talked about before. The Wall of Order Gab buff coming through, lots of damage blazing onto the battlefield. I'm not even going to make that joke. Chat, you're not going to get that one out of me. I'm sorry, that's cut content. I thought about it. I've already pissed off a lot of organizations. I don't need to piss off Europe in its entirety. Just like Payu just pissed off on Ace Trainer. Check your balls, ladies and gentlemen. Give them nugs a little bit of a tug. Deanne coming in to clean up that mess, possibly put some sutures over those 2 dangling orbs, and finally the Dizzy getting into the action, doing a little bit of hitting and confusing the Teiyu, only standing on 1 leg, leaning on that spear.
Oh wow, another stun as well. Certainly getting very dizzy with this draft. Ace Trainer debuff connecting one after another. It's actually looking really good for him. I would say, if it were for the fact that it just looks like Tsuchi's units aren't even taking damage, and lands another sleep on the Green Landy as well. So
So disabled. so disabled. You can see that really Ace Trainer, a very strong player who's learned from everyone who's at the fought, everyone that's come before him, taking a note out of Poods, going with the fuck them kids strategy, and when he bans the Dragon King Sharoon because he relied on those sleeps, he relied on those stuns, and he needed all of it to make sure that they were
You gotta watch out who you're fucking, man. I hear Cyrus in the back. Run, Divine, run! And as you're running, Empyrean Ilnav will run her way into victory, cleanses them stuns, doesn't do a lot of damage though, no critical hit there, will be going through onto the Blue Para. Blue Para, still a lot of actions available to her. You can soul burn in a stun, you could do a cheeky fishing hit, but will be fishing into the Teiyu. Another one going through, no cleanses available left for Tsuchikage, might be stuck in a rough spot here. Does go for the soul burn on the Dizzy. Ace Trainer, known to be a Dizzy lover here, dropping as gonna take a playbook out of your page out of your playbook while you're running from the police. Deluge of debuffs. Now that's a lot of damage. And Fisher with another hit. And Empyrean Ilnav, as much as she's getting the turn, will not be cleansing her team from this.
No, he won't indeed. But unfortunately, there's still something missing on the right side. And no, it's not my ex. It's indeed damage. Just like her, she was unable to pierce through without the help of the legal administration to really get any real damage done. So I'm wondering, when is it coming? When is the pot meet kettle? When does the plate meet face, as they say? You know, or just a reminder, Ace Trainer is a therapist, deals with relationships all the time, but he's gonna have to deal with this Landy coming in with a staggering breakup. Those missiles are terrible for any relationship. I'm not making that joke either. And you know what else isn't a joke? Para coming in with the one more turn and another hit, a Goblet of Oath. How many times do you see that getting the back-to-back hits, ladies and gentlemen? Double turn deactivations going down as the clown is proud and pretty. Fuck words.
Bro, I'm fucking dying, man. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Ace Trainer really is trying his best, putting up buffs, putting up debuffs. It's so crazy. This has got to be an American election. You see only red on one side and only blue on the other, with nothing in between. And man, Dizzy extending more, but this is not looking good. Laya does get the turn. Finally, we're going to land the Soul Burn in. Does it penetrate through the DN buffs? Goes on to the Dizzy. We want to stop her first. 4,000 damage. This is not going to be able to get it done.
That's my third joke that I'm not going to say, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to catch them on the Patreon. Who am I kidding? We're not even allowed on Patreon. Catch us on Subscribestar. Anyone remember that one? Anyway, we're getting back into the match with the action. As you said, plenty of debuffs on right side. And you know what? Why don't we stack up a couple more debuffs on left? Ace Trainer, just as always, trying to give us the most boring fucking match imaginable, making sure this takes as long as possible. I'm supposed to be at work right now, but just like my kids, I won't be seeing any of that action. No, I'm just going to be stuck here watching this guy do pitiful amounts of damage turn after turn. You better pull up a little red chair in the corner of the hotel, because I feel like I'm getting cucked, and I'm out of luck, as this match is still dragging on, no matter how much talking I do. Another Wall of Order proc comes through. I don't even know how you have the buffs for that to happen. That's a miracle, but what's going to be a miracle is this actually doing some real form of damage, so any of us could go fucking home already. No, it doesn't, and we're going to get some more of this exciting action. I can't wait for E7 World Cup.
Bro, he lands one more crit against the Lua. Para getting her, what is it, 4th S2 now, finally takes out the successor Teiyu. He won't be succeeding in anything. Another S3 comes out for the Para. She's putting up buffs, setting up her team, and there's more blue boxes chicked here than a democratic election in 2025. Another S1 comes out for Dizzy, takes out another unit, and now the Laya, even though she's the one green unit, she's super tanky. You can't punch through her. She's looking like she can't hold this game down.
She's looking like it's going to come to a very small start indeed, as he tries to bite in with some of that damage. Needs to get rid of some target to at least hold on and get something done, but Dien is not fair. The goddess takes sides, and she does lead even more buffs onto the right side. Landy's gone, won't be able to take advantage of all those buffs that she sees, won't be getting pissed anytime soon. And once again, we get another soul burn from the Lua. Maybe you needed that new character, huh? Just to double up the cost of those soul burns, because here comes another one, ladies and gentlemen. Itayo, no, Dizzy coming through, dropping the big bomb down, and it's going to pound with that damage, but most importantly, that devastating mirage of debuffs. You can't even see past them. It's like I'm staring into the abyss. Speaking of the abyss, this match has taken so long, I've actually changed out my entire team in Expedition 33. That's right, I've re-geared my L, and I've gotten past the Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. Might hit Act 3 with how fast we're going through this match. Oh my god, I think one of us is about to go Maj, ladies and gentlemen. This is taking an inordinate amount of time. It's even enough time for the French to make a second good game, and they haven't done that since 2011.
When was the good French game in 2011?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, that's a French game?
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Oh, is that Ubisoft Montreal?
It's Ubisoft enough, right? Them motherfuckers own the whole conglomerate, just like how I'm owning absolutely nothing. I have nothing. I've given it all up to the good Lord above in exchange for ending this fucking match already. This is like the beginning of Full Metal Alchemist right here. I'm about to make the worst sort of equivalent exchange just to get this over with already. I don't know how much more of my life can be taken or stolen from me. I feel like I'm losing an arm or a leg or something out here just to get this over with. Holy shit, bro. I got a family, Ace Trainer. You can't hold me hostage like this. I got a fucking family, dog. I got a fucking family, son.
Oh my god, that's not good. The Lie is finally getting a turn. We're getting the soul burn through. Drops it into the DM. We do not want to play versus the anti-crit anymore. The anti-crit is not it. Ace Trainer shaking his head in disapproval. We do punt it into the Payra, but however, not going to be enough to... No crits, no nothing, not enough damage. Lua gets her, what is this, 5th S3 now this match, 2 more cooldown increase, a little bit more. Bagel's gonna be coming through, and I think Dizzy might just be able to close this match out if you give her 1 more attack buff. Another round of debuffs landing on the green units. Payra does...
Is this a fully exhausted Goblet of Oath?
I think so. I don't think I've ever seen that in a match ever, where a Goblet of Oath is fully exhausted. There are no charges left. Sweet Miracle does proc. A little bit of a crit comes through. 1,005 damage lands on the Dizzy. I think the Dizzy's gonna have enough. Payra, Dizzy, and Lua, the Gauntlet through a defense break. Surely Ace just does it. GG comes out for Tsuchi. Ace Trainer locks it in and holds the challenger at the first Elite Four. He says, "You will not pass." He is so happy with himself. Welcome back into the land of the living, Ace. How do we feel?
Oh my
what the
God.
fuck was that, man?
What the fuck? Okay, dude, it all went according to plan because I was thinking because I have attack buff and Dizzy S3 has decent attack scaling multiplier. I was thinking by Frenzy 5, I should be doing enough damage to kill the Laya. And initially I would have enough damage to deal with the Landy early on because I have AoE to knock it out of stealth. And I was layering in the debuffs after Landy has her initial turn, where the cleansing is used up, right? And so I was thinking Dizzy was one of the only options because I needed to tank through with like some bulky DPS, but nothing else was gonna guarantee some sort of like real true damage onto Landy besides Dizzy. I felt like Shu was just gonna fucking just like rely on 50-50 hits. So I was just like, fuck it, let's debuff him even more with some weird tuning. I don't know.
Holy moly. Well, Tsuchi, welcome back. What happened there, man? What happened? You doing all right, man?
That was supposed to be a Lionheart Serbia.
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh,
To tell you, it was literally a misclick. But it is what it is. GG's Ace, that was a good one. I did not think that your Dizzy would have survived that initial S3. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it was only because of Diane having full pen resist on her buff that I was like, all right, I'm gonna disrespect the Landy. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we
It's
feel
possible.
about that DM versus Landy matchup? Because DM puts up like what, fucking 12 buffs up for Landy, right? And the S with just S3, and then like S2 click gives you 2 more buffs, and Landy's just getting turn after turn after turn. Except through the debuffs, which Dizzy is really good at landing on green units because she misses anyway. Do we feel like that's generally a good matchup, or that was only Swan because the Dizzy has blind and attack down?
I think it's okay. If we're talking about like in the current RTA meta, I would say DN would just survive the initial turn and allow a unit like FCC to knock Landy out of stealth, or a Runka just stabilizes your draft, right? But in this case, I think it was only because of Dizzy blind. What about you, Suchi? What do you think?
Oh no, it was the Dizzy blind for sure. And the attack down, because even though Landy got Gab 3 times with the attack down and the blind, it was just too much to break through.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like that, right? I do think, like, yeah, outside of the mispick, yeah, that was, like, a pretty good draft. I thought the Lia was going to be able to hold it down, but I feel like we couldn't find that one turn where we could, like, thread the needle, pick off the DN. So, yeah.
No, she was cycling her buffs like crazy, so, but no, that was a good game, though.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but hey, you know, like this entire time, Ace hasn't gotten a single Bologna game, but hey, at least we got a Dizzy game, so that really was Dizzy having a generational pop-off. Alright, thank you for playing, man.
Bro,
thank you for your time.
Good luck with the rest of them, boys.
Honestly, hope to see you another challenge soon. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, Ace, so here's the question, right? The boys wants to run another one. So Derp is done. He actually needs to leave. So somebody's going to replace him as champion, and then we're getting another person in place of the champion. So the question is, are you down for one more round?
Oh man, I don't want to be buzzkill, but what if I have to go at like 10 or 9:50? So in like 25 minutes.
We might be just done then. Yeah, because like we only blocked out so much time for it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have time for today, to be honest, guys. Yeah, like if Ace has to go, and then also at the same time Derp has to go, then I think that's all we got for today. Yeah, Divine really, I don't know how much of that cast you heard, Ace.
Oh, I didn't hear any. I wanted to be fair. Yeah.
Okay. He basically, okay, so you know how like you can like charge your cooldowns, right? It felt like normally, you know how Divine usually casts at like a 10, right? It felt like he was just charging it for the entire like 8 or 10 matches that we did. He just came in, sent it on an 18, and then he just like quickly left.
Oh man, I gotta go back and watch the VODs. Yeah, that sounds like he just went like bullet train, you know?
Yeah. It's on both Twitch and YouTube, so we'll have the VODs ready. But unfortunately, yeah, I think this is gonna be it. I might put in the application for next month as well. So we'll just have like fun little game shows like this in between E7WC. It'll be on like a chill day. We'll get like a break between the lunatic mode matches. So yeah, it'll be a very similar format to this. We might cook up some slightly different teams. But yeah, guys, if you thought this was fun, make sure you're following the Twitch channel. If you're subscribed to YouTube, you're in the Discord. I usually, when the sign-up sheet goes out, I'll shoot like, it'll be one of the few rare at everyone pings I do. So those are the places you would sign up. There are some like hidden categories of things we look for. We try to like spread it out so there's people of like all varieties, play styles, regions. So yeah, just make sure you guys are prepared for that, for future events. Yeah, there's like, truthfully speaking, we try to make it as fair as possible. No blatant favoritism one way or another. Thank you, Ace, for like kind of helping us flesh out the idea and for cooking up the Sky Stones. I'll send you over a list of how much to send to everybody. But yeah, man, it's been a really chill.
Before
weekend.
I go,
yeah, anything you want to shout out?
Because, well, I was just gonna shout out my Twitch, but before I go even do that, I was thinking like, we're cooking up rule sets. I'm curious what you thought about like the current meta, and if, you know, for next time, you know, this element thing, it feels slightly like because of so many openers, right, and some best of the best units. So do you think next time we're doing some more complex bans or a different rule set? What do you think?
We probably do another stream that where we actually discuss the rule set. Yeah, we'll probably be doing that. but I kind of like sticking to a theme, right? We might switch it up. We might do gym leaders next, and you might have to do the cleave gym, the tank down gym, the village gym. So you're gonna have to keep that in mind. We're gonna have we're just gonna be doing themed fun drafts. A average champion ranked player coming in should be able to clear it if you don't like mispick or you don't like get to underestimate your opponent, because at the end of the day, these guys are still legend players and former legend players, and at worst, these are Emperor rank players, which are higher than most people. They're a top percentage players. So if you play carefully, you use your items, you don't get too greedy with it, you should be able to clear these guys out, and at the very least, make it to the choice that you're like, okay, maybe I don't challenge a champion, right? You should be able to make it to that point.
Yeah, I like this idea of like certain archetypes too. That seems
that might be the next one. That might be the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really might be the next one. Like, they will specifically only play one archetype, and if you suss them out, they are not allowed to pivot. Yeah, I think that might be it. But until then, we'll probably be doing another stream where we cook up the rules, we cook up some item sets, and as you guys saw, Jello did code as a whole website. Let's see if we can hit some of these. Like, Jello says he added one more for fun item.
Yeah, Jello, don't tell us, but like I want to hit Base Trainer and see what it does.
Bro, you guys have no idea how crazy that shit was when he hit fucking oh my god, when he hit a poke flute. Dude, that thing has like an abysmal drop rate.
Yeah.
Can't see. Hold up, I'm reloading.
We made
I want to
also
know
a
what unknown
useless
portal
item.
is too. Oh, wait, you guys can't see. Sorry.
Yeah. We made a useless item too. It was based off of like some orb thing.
Whoa! I don't know. You have to give that one away. Okay, relax.
Okay.
What if the E4 trainers are allowed one non-locked element locked unit? That probably balances things out. We're gonna have to like. Oh, what is that? ML Jeremy.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's crazy. That's actually a debuff if you step on it. That's a fucking landmine. Wait, ML Jeremy is actually like a fucking... That's a fucking story, though. ML Jeremy is fucking crazy.
From, like, League Valky? Is it
League
Valky,
it's like League Valk. Like, bro... Because what happened was one night we were climbing for Legend, right? And we were all taking turns. And Jeremy was, like, yapping it up. He was like, oh, like, Pirate Captain Flan is a fake unit. It's not real. Remember Season 9 when she first got buffed? And she was really OP, right? We're like, oh, Captain Flan's not real. Jeremy goes to sleep. Actually, wasn't it you that queued up into Jeremy right after, like, 5 minutes after he go to sleep? Right? It was you, right? And then we're like, what the fuck? It's Jeremy. And we're like, this motherfucker just said he's going to sleep. What the fuck? And I think it was Dinah who was like, hey man, that's not Jeremy. That's ML Jeremy. So if you're wondering why that was, that's ML Jeremy. Yeah, cause he pre-banned Pirate Captain Flan too, and we were making fun of him for it. And Dinah bailed him out. He's like, that's ML Jeremy. Oh, it's Wind Demon. Yeah, fucking ML Jeremy, bro.
Oh man.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Tempest Knights. Nah, bro, that's so wild. Also, Bomba, thank you for the sub. Welcome back, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's the event. Thank you guys for hanging out. It wasn't meant to be like a super long, super serious event. As long as everybody had fun, and there were some balanced matches going one way or the other, we're chilling. Oh, God.
When I was debating on like picking Dizzy though, I was thinking like, yo, should I even do this? I feel bad for this stream, but then I was like, this might be my only out, you know?
It kind of was, bro. Yeah, I'm just glad we were able to give people a break between Renak and Bossarunka, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's really it. As long as we gave people a break through that, I think we're chilling. So yeah, that's gonna be it from us. Let me shout out Ace Trainer again. Make sure you guys are following Ace. He streams. How often do you stream?
3 times a week.
3 times a week, legend level gameplay. So yeah, make sure you guys are follow to him. And make sure you guys are follow here as well, because we'll probably talk about it either here or there when the next event gets announced. All right, So that's going to be it from us for today. I can't rate anybody on YouTube, and I don't know how to do that. So instead of giving you guys variety today, I guess we'll go raid Matei, who is playing Final Fantasy 16.
Oh shit! Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be it from us. That's the show, guys. Yeah, you could probably expect a edited down version of this to pop up on the YouTube sometime soon. So yeah, that's all we got for you guys. Have a great one. Have a great weekend, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys probably around Sunday. And yeah, take care. Have a great weekend. See ya.